Now.
Alright, everyone.
Hello.
I will be handing over to Clean. Take it away. Show us a good time with Fable's face. Or no, what is this? Explain.
This is a bear rug. I couldn't bear to not do it, so well, there we go.
We're gonna have to cut your own, Clean. We're not allowing those puns. Sorry.
Okay then.
Yeah, tech team is not happy with this.
Yeah,
I actually do have to quit out of the game real quick. Just to get back to the starting position.
Alright. Ready whenever. Do the countdown, make me do it, whatever you love. Speed Docs. Yes, perfect.
Yes, I came prepared for the occasion. More or less, anyway.
Documentaries, let's go.
A marathon, let's go. Alright. Oh.
Count me in, Doc.
Okay. So, guess we'll just start the timer in 3, 2, 1, now.
Good luck.
Alright. We are going places. So, I'm rolling because it's faster than jogging. Because that's all you do, really, is jog. So get your rolling puns out of the way. Get them all out of the way now.
Streamer, is this Sonic the Hedgehog?
Although there will be times where I actually do legitimately not roll, because rolling is better for distance. But anyway, want to go over the criteria?
CleanSera. My name's Etem. I'm also a runner of Fable Lost Chapters 100%. He's also the runner of Fable Lost Chapters 100%. Yeah, so there are quite a few things that are required in order to have 100% in this game. There's no official in-game counter, so we've just gone with a community, like a community accepted measurement. So the first thing is all 54 quests. So there's bronze, silver, and gold quests. You need to max out all your stats, including health and mana. You need to open all the demon doors, as well as get all their rewards. Open all the silver chests, which means getting all the silver keys, getting all the legendary weapons, and getting all the trophies. So quite a lot. But as Mr. Sarah here is going to show you, he's going to do it all in a very short amount of time. Right now, he's just getting some chocolates for his sister, just before there's a freak candle accident.
I totally didn't forget my sister's birthday or anything.
Yeah, no, it was just buy some chocolates, drop a candle, and then this happens, as you can see. So I can't hear music because I can't hear anything, but
We got music. I'm good.
We got music. Okay, so there is a glitch here that can happen called Big Kid Glitch. And the first sign is that there's no music, but it does a whole bunch of things, makes the game more unstable, mutes the music, mutes the audio in certain spots, and also resets everyone's bone structure to be the same. So like the tiny kid hero will be the same size as the guildmaster or Whisper here. Speaking of Whisper, we don't like her, so we're gonna give her 2 punches, and pick up some books. So one of the optional quests is book collection, and we need to hand in 25 books. So Clean is going to pick them up here. Only certain bookshelves have the right books we need, so that's why he's skipping out a couple. But yeah, we're getting this now just because the guild library has a bunch of them. It's easy to grab now. But we punched Whisper twice there, and that's set up for a trick later during the bow training of the guild. This is like basically the tutorial level of the game, where they just teach you how to be a hero, both in-game and as you the player sort of thing. But there's not too much to it. It's just going to be punching a dummy, then hitting the dummy with the stick, just sort of teaching you the basics of combat.
I just picked up this game yesterday, so it's understandable that it's wanting to know that I know how to play.
Yeah, it's actually impressive that they let you in, considering you didn't buy the game. By the time they got you submitted, it was like, oh yeah, I should probably buy the game and try it out.
I normally run this category on Xbox. That's a big kappa, by the way.
Yeah, the Xbox version is interesting, but also is in most cases a downgrade, and I'm going to mute CleanSera before he can refute me. But yeah, he's doing an optional quest here, or the first quest, which is just hunt some beetles in the woods. And it would be easy because they all just take a single hit and die, but them like jumping up and flying around likes to mess up the targeting system. So if you saw a clean whiff at all, it was definitely the camera and not him. But there he says the Beatles are all dead, but last I checked, Paul and Ringo are still alive. So
indeed they are.
let me just check my phone for some breaking news. Oh, they're still alive. But yeah, he's going to advance to becoming a teenager now. Not much changes apart from the height and the clothing. But then
I just have a new model, basically.
Yeah, a newer, sleeker model. But this is where the real training begins. This is where the real Fable starts, as you were. But yeah, he's going to have a melee training thing with Whisper. It's going to be teaching you how to swing your sword, teaching you how to block, and then teaching you how to beat Whisper. Ideally as fast as possible, because she can be a little bit annoying in some places. And you're going to see he's like adjusting his movement every couple of swings because the recoil from the hit is enough to like send you back to the point where you'd whiff a hit. So same with the rolling, he's going to roll into Whisper just to ensure she doesn't miss at all.
3. Excellent. That's what you want to see.
That's what you want to see. Whisper is playing nice, and I'm sure she'll play nice.
Contrary to what her brother Thunder would suggest, that is actually all right. She needs to do that more.
Let's continue our training.
So us punching Whisper before is going to come into play here. The Guildmaster's going to ask him to hit these dummies and then see how many he can hit while moving in a minute. But right now the guild has a 4
I disagree with
policy.
his methods. I'm just going to shoot him instead.
Yeah, so basically the guild has a 4-strike policy where you can hit friendly people 4 times and then it scolds you. And if you do it during the training, he's like, oh, what are you doing? But then lets you skip it. To this day, I still don't know whether it's intentional or a bug. The jury's still out on that one, even though we have one of the lead designers in our Discord who's been very kind to us. But we're going to do the same here with the will training. And then Clean is going to say no to advancing to last stage of training. I hope.
I am.
Cool, thank you. And there's a very small side quest where you just kill 3 bandits in the guild woods. You wouldn't think it's a quest, but it is a quest, it is tracked, it is counted. So yeah, you got to do this one.
There. I showed it off briefly.
Combat text. It also likes to disappear from the completed quest, but it is still counted in the...
There is a quest completed value, and it does add to that number. So it's important that I actually do this. Okay, hopefully I'm going to get some impossible headshots here. I'm sorry, Noctiverse.
In fact, those headshots were so strong that it gave that first bandit hair when he died.
We did.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. And it knocked the cap off the other one, so yeah. Pretty powerful bow, but we'll be getting a better one later. So it's going to go to the last part of guild training here, and it's just going to be a short training session with Maze, who's Mr. Not a Traitor.
Totally not at all.
That's his
stab us
surname,
in the back
so
ever.
it's Maze Johnson, Not a Traitor. That's his full name. Peter told me. But yeah, it is pretty straightforward. There is a potential for something called Maze Skip, where basically he's operating on a timer for the whole thing. So if Clean is quick enough, and if Maze plays his cards right, he won't teleport twice during the wheel training.
Don't think we're going to be getting in here.
Yeah, no, that's
teleported way too far away and around the corner.
That is a single yike from me.
I did manage to get him against the wall, though. Oh, that's really unfortunate. He really line-of-sighted me there.
What's up, FT?
I got a little donation, but I wanted to say only a yike, not even yikes, because that implies plural, right?
Yeah, no, it was just one yike. There's more time for the other yikers later.
Mash wanted to let us all know that he's really thankful, saying thanks to all the people working on SDAT, all the people watching and supporting. You are all breathtaking, and attached $25.25.
You're breathtaking, Mash.
Exactly.
Mash, we can only thank you for your run. You did an excellent job.
It's time for you to...
Points to you.
First,
Hog you.
now to notice your experience.
Alright, I'm going to try and double buy something really quick. Don't pay it much mind.
Yeah, as you do. So that is a glitch he just did there, which was extremely speedy, called the Hotshot glitch, named after the runner, or the glitch hunter Hotshot Wire. And basically, when you press undo and level up and the D key at the same time, you have the opportunity to double buy and upgrade. So right now he has level 2 Assassin Rush, which is swarming him forward, as you can see here. So that's going to be our next movement technique in tandem with rolling. So he's going to go swarm and then roll. One small feature of Assassin Rush, which will come into play a couple of times, is the zip feature. So if you're targeting someone and you're close enough, you can zip behind them. But the opposite is also true. If something is behind you and you're targeting it, you'll zip backwards towards them. So that's both a blessing and a curse. It'll be useful for some tricks later, but it also means in some maps...
I'll have to be careful because...
is slow.
Yeah, in the soft target system extends both behind you as well as in front of you, so I have to really play my cards carefully when I'm using
also,
Assassin Rush.
As a small side note, most bosses in this game have what's called health phases, so after a certain amount of damage taken, they'll cease to take any more damage. You can hit them, but it just won't do anything. And that's mostly to make sure that they do an animation, spawn a thing, do a dance, do a dam, whatever it is, as part of the quest. So that's why you might have seen Clean pause there after shooting with the bow, is just because he needed to wait for the wasp queen to spawn some more wasps.
Mm-hmm.
So coming up here, we're going to head to Bowerstone South, which is the first town of this game, and we're going to do some scuffed Brexit/COVID economy here. So to put very briefly, the way the economy works in this game, if a trader has a lot of an item, he'll sell it to you in bulk for really cheaply. If a trader has very little of an item, he will buy it in bulk for quite a lot. So you can buy an item in bulk for cheap, then sell it back to him because that trader suddenly has none of that item left. You'll then sell it back to him for more than you originally paid. So Clean's going to do that here. He's going to give a little bit of gold to make him happy. He's going to sell the health potions and the res files.
I'd like to emphasize just how difficult menuing actually can be. Especially, it's really hard to learn and really hard to master. I haven't even fully mastered it.
An important thing to note is all the menus in this game operate at 15 Hz.
That's a real big F.
Yeah, so the mouse movement is extremely jerky, and it's like you're basically combining like WASD movement to navigate through the menus with left clicking and the mouse. So it's actually pretty advanced movement in the menus. There's a lot of menu work in this game. So what Clean has done here is he's entered a state called Etem mode, which wasn't named by me. I'm not that self-masturbatory. But essentially, when you walk into a load zone while the trophy minigame is active, it will deactivate all the map scripts. So with that, he's basically pushed a guard, which normally prohibits you from entering Bowerstone North, which is like a super luxurious part of the map. So he's entered Bowerstone North earlier, and that's important because the trader there, he sells both jewels, which means you can get a whole bunch of gold, and the most powerful weapon in the game, bar none. So Clean's going to be super, super powerful from here, which is going to be fun.
Yeah. Before I do that, though, I'm going to go swing over here into this house, rob them of a single book really quick. They won't mind. They'll never know it was gone. Just remember, though, I'm doing this for the kids.
Yeah,
actually for the kids.
Yeah, so the book collection is basically because the mayor of the town, Lady Grey, has slashed all the funding. So they've run out of books to buy. Nice red rose.
Forgot to give him gold, actually, so oh well.
Yeah, win-win. So it's actually for the kids, both in-game and in real life. So Clean is just
other things I'm going to be doing, however, will not be so much for the in-game kids, but it's all for the kids anyway.
And you can see how much Clean's gold is shooting up. Before he was at 6,000, now he's at 117,000. So just a teeny weeny bit.
We want that. We want that. We also want that. I want more books. Give me all your books. I want a Thunder Doll. He's a cool dude.
Yep. So the Thunder Doll is one of 7 dolls that we'll need for one of the most difficult parts of the run, which is the pub game. So most of the pub games are like coin golf or like card pairs and stuff, and it's like you need to get under a certain amount of time to get the doll for that town. So you need to get all 7. and then you give it to the teacher in Bowerstone, who's also the same one for book collection. So yeah, that we'll be doing right from the start of the game basically to the end. It's one of the first things we do and one of the last things we do.
So one of the nice things about having access to Bowerstone North early is the fact that I need to fish up a fish really quick. Specifically one of like at least 30 grams for fishing competition, where I will be getting a better fishing rod and also a silver key.
Yep.
Fishing, you want to talk about fishing?
Yeah, so fishing is basically the most evil version of red light, green light you've ever seen. 26 grams, not quite. So it's basically the fish bites and you can't click, otherwise you'll snap the line after a certain amount of clicks, and then you reel it in. So it's a reaction mini game. It's pure RNG. It's awful. The good thing is we've routed it. So this part of the map has double the weight of the fish that you would normally encounter at this part of the game. So Clean needs a 30-gram fish for the fishing competition.
This one was heavy.
A 30 gram in order to get a Rod of Champions, which allows you to catch fish much easier, and a silver key, which we need 30 of. So he's also going to pick up an Ages of Will potion here, which I'll explain a little bit later. I won't bore you too much with this carefully rehearsed ad-libbing yet.
So, it was interesting. We didn't know about weight modifiers until one of our wonderful community members actually was looking into the game defs.
Yeah, because we had like an inkling that some fishing spots were better than others.
A10 Jack 5, in Jack Ace, A10 Jack Queen.
Just be quiet so Clean can
Jack.
focus it.
5, King.
A beer if you don't mind.
Wonderful.
Excellent. 15.5 seconds is fantastic. I think your best is 13.6.
I think it was 13.3. It was recent.
There you go. But yeah,
It's really
you need to be
good.
under 25 seconds.
Okay, this kid wants to talk to me about hero dolls really quick.
Yep. And this lady here, I believe she's a furry or something because she says,
Oh well.
thank you.
Gonna go steal another potion really quick.
We had like an inkling that like some fishing spots were better than others. And ironically, Fisher Creek, which is the
Where the
fishing,
fishing competition is held.
that has half the weight of like regular fish. The heaviest fish can be found in Bleach Bone Island, which is right at the end of the game, and that's a 4 times multiplier. But obviously we can't reach
Actually, it's
there that
4.5,
early.
I believe.
No, it's 4, I believe, and it might be 4.5, but yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Either way, they're really heavy over there.
Yeah, they're big boys. And also there's another thing which we managed to figure out, which is there is a hidden fishing stat in the game. So the game is actually keeping track every time you fish, and every time you successfully catch a fish, it will increase it by a little bit, which means that you can just keep fishing and keep catching larger and larger fish. So I spent a good couple of hours on that. I ended up catching about 2 million gram fish. There is actually a point where if you catch enough, the game will actually underflow and go into negative 2 billion gram fish, which is pretty fun. There is a way, we don't quite know how, but there is a way where it can just happen randomly. It's happened in runs a few times where you'll get a 30 gram fish and then be like, oh yeah, no, you've got like a minus 2.1 billion gram fish.
Shout out
It's
to
like,
KJ
oh, yeah,
Freshly there.
Our boy KJ. Also, I guess I should catch up a little bit. Fist fighters right now, so this is basically just
Fight Club.
Fight
We don't
Club.
talk about it.
Rule 2, no pets. So it's basically just punch up the other guy until he loses and try not to get punched up yourself. You can only use fists. There's no other way around it. There's no fancy strat to give yourself a weapon. Well, actually, I say that now. There is some tech for later. We'll say that as a .fla for later. But the heaviest fish was 2,300 kilograms. Yeah. So we basically beat the record for the heaviest fish caught, but in a video game.
Yeah. Actual in a video game defense.
Yeah.
Gonna equip my weapons that I procured just a little while ago.
Yeah, Clean got himself a slightly weaker weapon, because right now we can't actually wield the strongest weapon in the game because our physique isn't high enough, so we just want...
I'd be very slow to swing it. Actually,
Yeah.
I will go ahead and show off what that looks like.
For the kids.
Something not right
Try actually fighting that way. It's not going to work very well for you.
Yeah. Ironically,
times out of
though,
10.
with that you can roll completely normally, but
Once you have the
level up your-
once you have the physique required to properly wield it, you like get a really floppy, slow roll, and it's very embarrassing
Yeah.
when you do it because it is not fast at all. Okay. Dang. I tried to
so
do
this
what
is-
I call a weapon splice just then.
Yeah. So what
Anyway.
what Clean's gonna do here is this is part of a quest for where you need 4 blue mushrooms.
The
to kill
OO
this
lady
child who
has
has
a
taken
child.
blue mushrooms.
Yeah.
Um
There's a witch
that-
in the key of Bowerstone who happens to maybe possibly have a potion to cure the effects of these mushrooms already. We'll find out later.
yeah.
She might just want them herself. I don't know. Don't want to point fingers. Don't want to name
We'll
names.
cross that bridge when we get there. Speaking of bridges, I think I'm going to go across one soon.
Yep.
So Clean's going to take a very short detour here to pick up the Wheelmaster's Elixir, which is going to increase his mana pool, and we do need this, as it is a required part of Hundo.
So,
And this is one of the maps that
like we were saying
where
earlier,
rushing is slower, because the wasps are incredibly fast. They're like...
that's why I
wanna
don't
say,
want to
like,
rush, because I will most times just end up rushing behind me because the wasps are so close to my bum.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, here is the fishing competition. He's going to quickly exterminate some wasps, fish up a golden fish, and then come back and be like, yo, got some fish for you, lad.
Okay. Oh, didn't want to target you there.
Can we also just take a moment to appreciate how snazzy that guy's hat is?
That is very snazzy. His coat is also pretty snazzy too.
Yeah.
You can get a nice
you do
little...
actually have an opportunity to obtain yourself. Actually, no, we will have the snazzy hat because
Yeah,
you got
I did get-
56 grand fish. Obtaining the fisher hat used to be required, but is no longer required. We as the community agreed that it's that and a few other things is not necessary. Because the fishing competition, you can't actually ever complete it. You can get all the rewards, but in game you can never complete that quest. So it's one of the 4 uncompletable quests. So.
Have it here, lad. Good
Um,
to see you again, my young lad. I see your sack is heavy. Monkfish be prized.
Love to see it.
do you want to put on the hat for the kids?
I think we will go ahead and do that, yes. Get to see just how
Snazzy.
snazzy this hat is.
Absolute snaz.
Something,
You have to be
something,
careful when
fishing up
like you're
silver
going to
keys.
hug someone though, because those fish hooks could hurt.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, it's not due to script bugs. It's just like it's an open-ended quest, so it's just like a quest with no ending because you can keep handing in fish even once you hit the sort of computer limit of how much the quest still doesn't complete. So quite unusual.
There's actually an in-game stat that shows you biggest fish entered into the fishing competition. So
Yeah.
just a little bit of bragging rights for r/Fable.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
God, r/Fable. I cannot recommend against that enough. Anyway, Elixir of Life here, and Clean's going to start the Protect Orchard Farm quest, and this is going to be where the combat multiplier is going to come into play. Combat multiplier, very briefly put, is your combo meter. The higher it goes, the more XP you get. You take a hit, or you wait it out, the combat multiplier goes down.
If you get hit,
So
it goes
we-
down by goes down to what's called safe levels in the game.
Yeah, so the safe levels are 40, 20, 10, and 5, so it'll go down to the whichever one is lowest. So if you're at 7, it will drop you down to 5. If you're at 15, it will drop you down to 10, etc., etc. So Clean's going to be zapping our friends here because
Look out!
to stay
Oh,
in the
that's
combat
unfortunate. I
multiplier.
dropped the arrow mid-roll.
Nice.
Oh dear. Okay. Wanted to be careful with that archer there.
Had to clench there. So yeah, the XP you get is directly proportional to your combat multiplier, so Clean's going to use that to get as much XP as possible in this quest.
Some more bandits are approaching.
Okay. And now these guys have outlived their usefulness.
And dead they become. So he's at 12 multipliers, so that means he's going to get 12,000 XP from the Ages of Will and Ages of Might potion he picks.
Assuming nothing bad happens against Whisper here.
Can do it.
Whose
Oh,
health
you've got
bar
to
does
use them
not
though,
appear
haven't
until I use a flourish on her,
Yeah.
Damn.
which is a bit of a pain for some of the really restrictive extension categories, but oh well.
2 hits and she goes down like a sack of potatoes. So just for context, before we was doing about 120 to the Wasp Queen, and now we're doing about 602 hits, so do the monster math on that one. Get your history books, get your math books, geography books.
That longbow I was
It's time to
using
learn.
is the second best longbow in the game.
Oh, you're using an ebony longbow.
No,
Oh,
that's the third
sorry,
best.
No, sorry. I'm thinking in terms of ranking. Ignore me.
Yeah.
My brain is small and very smooth. So rather than going straight back to the
really
guild
quick.
for our next quest, Clean is going to take he's going to take 2 short detours. First of all, he's going to save the game.
I'll explain that later.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Not this
speaking
one.
of bridge, he's going to cross this bridge.
Or this one.
and, or that one.
In fact, there's
So
going to
he's
be 2
going to
more
take
I
a
will
detour
cross.
because certain maps in the game basically have teleport spots where you can teleport to. And the next teleport spot coming up here soon is on the way to the next quest. So you're going to want to go there first before you take your next quest at the guild. The teleporting system is actually fairly in depth, and there's quite a lot to it. So it's quite interesting. A lot of the run is based around when to teleport, when to recall, all of that malarkey. So this is just a bandit toll quest, and the completion, the criteria for completing the quest is literally just kill that chief bandit and then all the others run off. You can stay here and get some combat multiplier XP if you want by killing these guys, but
I don't need
for the
it.
sake of this run, this is absolutely not required. There is no XP required. I think that's a Phil Collins album. Anyway, so Greatwood Colours Gate here. He's going to get some upgrades. Are you going to do the clip? Is that part of this route? I can't remember.
No, but I believe if the glitch exhibition incentive happens to be met,
Segways.
it
Ooh,
shall be included.
Segways? Yeah, so I believe...
There's a donation incentive for a glitch exhibition after this run. So if you want to see some interesting glitches, please consider
As an
donating
update,
today.
we are at
Physique allows you to do more
$45.25 out of
damage.
100, so
Speed makes you quick. Accuracy allows you
roughly
to cause
to
more
go.
damage in ranged combat
Clean and I spent
and make your
yesterday
shots
evening
more
getting it
precise.
together, and there's some great
Magic
stuff. There's
power
even stuff that
increases your capacity
esteemed
for
runners of the
storing
game have
mana.
never seen before. We found a new glitch just yesterday, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's great. We've got a whole bunch of malarkey for you. So Clean's going to take advantage of the hotshot glitch there a little bit more with all that newfangled XP, and yeah, back to
That's not where I want
Greatwood
that.
Colours Gate.
I want that there, and I can yeet that. Okay,
So
now
one
I
of the
can
spells
actually
he's
equip
got
my
here-
greatsword.
One of the spells you've got here is Summon, and all it does is just spawns a
that
guy
green
to
hand.
fight for you. And right now our summon creature is a wasp, and we're going to want to kill something to have it be either a bandit or a hob.
That is a hob
And this
right
is
there.
just- that is indeed a hob. Well spotted, Clean. You got your good eye on.
Let's see here. I'm gonna move that over there.
So, for the sake of this run, our summon is basically a portable hitbox or XP machine. So that's why we need it to be a hob. So more on that later. But for now, we're going to start. Trader Escort, and we are going to escort these guys in the loosest possible sense. First of all, no, not that kind of escort. 2. So we've got 2 traders. The completion criteria is one of them needs to be alive.
It doesn't
in
even
order
have
for
to
the
be
quest to
those.
complete. Yep. So we've got a guy who's been bitten by a Balverine, which is basically just a glorified werewolf, and he wants to be taken with us. And
This is
we're
a quest
basically just
that a
going to
lot
take
of
them to-
people, when they were younger, probably had issues with.
yeah. And yeah, we're not really even going to escort them properly. We're basically just going to run through the maps. They're going to be running, and all the enemies are going to be chasing us. So it's almost like it's like a Tom and Jerry-esque like line of being chased.
Yeah.
But then they go to the in the next map is the sort of safe zone, which is Darkwood Camp, and we're going to basically kill 2 of them.
I'm even
skip
going
some
to be
dialogue.
doing a Mad Lad. Because it's always good to show things off, especially for the kids. Appropriately, anyway.
Of course.
Exactly. Let me just get that segue right to chime in and pull like some little stuff.
Oh, guess I won't be.
Yeah, just a short little one. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Anything from subs, bits, and ad revenue goes to NASA Marathon. We're doing some good work, especially on the tech side, hosting great stuff, giving us the opportunity to do this. Any donations, of course, go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank everyone for staying with us. And this is SpeedDocsAthon, run by the wonderful, friendly guys from SpeedDocs. And yeah, back to you. Thanks for entertaining us. And this rapid fire commentary is really hype.
Yep.
Choice and hype.
It's alright. I'll probably have a voice by the end of it. I'll be like, okay, guys. No. So yeah, so CleanSera killed the.
I accidentally
The two
killed
traders that
the
come.
infected trader, who I wanted to be the one to survive, because you can actually get him out of Darkwood before. Hold on, I just need to get rid of Berserk really quick. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's basically just to skip some dialogue because they go in there and they naturally is like, oh, hello, how's the wife, how's the kids? You alright? Any holidays planned? All of that. So you just want to kind of skip all that malarkey. So coming up here is a fight against the Earth Troll, who has 2,000 health, and you're going to demonstrate for the kids how much the Soulless Greatsword does. Exactly, it's like a hairdresser's. More
Granted.
hairdressers later, actually.
Some of that damage was actually the troll's own rocks being hit back towards him.
Yeah, you can deflect the troll's rocks and you actually get skill XP for it. You can knock it back with your stick by punching with Berserk. Berserk, by the way, is when he becomes big and angry and very cross and yells in a video game.
I had to
that's
make
Berserk.
myself like actually obese for this demon door, really quick.
Mood. Anyway, Berserk is a very multifaceted spell. It's one of the most broken spells in the game, I'd say. What's it do? Increases your weapon damage. It knocks enemies down when you hit them. Increases
melee
your
weapon
attacking
damage.
and
We should
movement
clarify
speed
that.
and rolling speed and a whole bunch of speeds apart from your running speed. You can't die while in Berserk. You knock enemies down near you. And any damage you take will increase the amount of damage you do. So hugely broken spell for combat and movement. It's just you're going to see us use it a whole bunch because it be a useful spell.
So I just stole a blue mushroom from that guy. He was trying to sell them. I didn't really feel like parting with my gold, even though I have plenty to go around.
Ironically, he sells it for 1,500 gold, and the fine for stealing is 750 gold. So it's like the steal a bike and pray for forgiveness rather than asking for a bike.
Yeah.
So we're in Oakvale. We're back to our childhood town. Please go pick up a couple more books. He's also going to play the very, very, very thrilling game of coin golf.
Yes,
Play it
coin
here.
golf. For that, I need to borrow this person's bed. It's okay, they won't mind. I'm going to be gone before they knew I slept there.
Yeah, if you sleep in a bed that isn't yours, you get a fine for vandalism. But if you leave the house before the fade out is complete, it won't apply. So go past all the kids, and we've got coin golf. So we need to get it under a certain number of strokes here.
For this first bit of coin golf in the run, there are actually two. I need to get this one at 11 strokes.
Yeah, or fewer. And yes, that is also true. You don't get the stolen goods taken from you. You can keep the mushroom after you pay the fine. So
This is going to be a little bit sketchy. I'm gonna reset this one.
No worries. Yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. It's surprisingly hard to do, let alone quickly or in the fewest number of strokes. So yeah, the fact he's even able to pull this off is very impressive indeed. Also, the traders, there's a few interesting things that can happen. Sometimes one of the bottles just goes absolutely nutty and just starts spinning like mad. We don't actually know why. It sometimes go brr and spins.
Actually goes burr.
Yeah.
Alright.
It doesn't make a sound that I would love it to.
Okay, I should be able to hit.
fine.
I should be able to hit par just fine, yeah. Barring accidents. Yeah, we're good.
Or like parring accidents.
Ha ha ha.
Comedy gold, I know.
That-
He's also
that-
going to
that-
take part in the second...
That
Go on.
pun was very much par.
Yeah. And yeah, he's going to take the part in the next round of fistfights, and this one's going to go by a lot quicker because he's got a higher strength stat. Yeah,
Surely
it was
par
indeed
for the
par for
course.
the course.
Unfortunately, when you are unarmed, the hitboxes are a little bit weird.
So as soon as we finished making that pun, someone just disconnected. I'd like to think it was because of that pun. We're very sorry to all the SDAT crew and everyone involved. It was a horrendous lapse of judgment making that pun, and we would only like to apologise. Moving on. He's decking some guys in the face. He's doing a little technique here where he's basically strafing to the side and decking them. The alternative is
Try and
they
like
really
actually
love to
get
block.
behind them, or
Yeah.
actually just try and keep punching them in the face until they block, and
Mm-hmm.
then you can usually flourish after that.
that is the final time we're going to do the fist fighters properly. From hence onwards. Are we doing it from hence onwards? Is the last one? You doing that tech? We do it for the kids.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Hopefully it doesn't break anything, but we'll do it for the kids.
Yeah. Also, these guys have super snazzy hair. Look at that. It looks like someone's just jammed spikes into the back of his head.
Shame you can't get that hairstyle yourself, because it really is really sick.
Yeah. And the ring itself, someone actually pointed out in chat, the ring itself, you can stay out the ring for 10 seconds. And it's only after you go a certain distance beyond the ring. Sorry, I just knocked my mic. A certain distance beyond that ring that you just automatically get disqualified. Also, there's a ghost here just chilling.
Totally not a
So we're
pirate
gonna
or anything.
Yeah. we're
Well,
gonna
okay, he
shiver his
may have had a
timbers
very
and-
small side business in piracy. No, nothing major though. He's an alright guy.
That's the only pirate voice you're going to get from me. We're basically going to skip the whole quest. Normally you have to dig up his treasure, give it to his wife, speak to him. He's like, here where their treasure will be delivered. I lied when I said it was the last pirate voice. But you can just kind of finish the quest here and get your reward. And jobs are good. And
Yeah, he's not a pirate. He just has a really strange accent. That's all.
excuse me, we call that English.
More English, I guess, than like the rest of the game. I don't know.
I mean, speaking of, I had to mute just 5 minutes ago to count the bombs of Big Ben. There was 2 of them. If you want an update, it's 2 bombs.
Pog.
Yeah. And now we're going to participate in the totally normal game, minigame you see in every game called chicken kicking. It is exactly as it says. You kick the chicken, it lands somewhere, you get a score. So we are going to kick the cock, as it were, all the way.
Dude's eyesight's not quite as it used to be, so that's the in-game explanation for why you can sometimes get a lower point amount than you think you should.
Yeah, the hitboxes on this are really jank. And there's actually just an in-game explanation of, oh, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
But I can usually make out where they land.
Yes, indeed. So, CleanSera basically just kicked twice to get 150, and then just drop himself into the water to disqualify himself.
Okay, making a quick little detour within the guild because there's some more mushrooms to be obtained. Because they're widely popular items, I can tell you.
I mean, that's why the the hero's so angry, is because he doesn't have his mushrooms yet. He's just really angry about not having blue mushrooms. We're also going to skip most of the quest line here by just
Didn't
shooting this guy
pull
in
it
the
back long
face.
enough. There we go.
You can actually softlock here, depending on your movements. I've softlock here by assassin rushing at the wrong time, and it just completely locks you.
Yeah, when you rush into an item or you loot something for the first time, you get that spinning whatever item you just looted in your face, like prompt that you need to dismiss. But sometimes, if you happen to rush as you get that trigger, you just end up with a spinning item in your face, and it's
We
very
affectionately
embarrassing.
call it loot lock.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
Either that, or we used to call it spinning meat because it tended to happen on a white Balverine quest where you'd pick up red meat and it would just be spinning there forever.
So, my path is dark. I need to illuminate it really quick.
Yeah, it sounds like really cryptic and like, ah, yes, you must be good or something. It's like, nope, just have your lamp on.
Okay. Just gonna free this slot up really quick. I would like to travel. Thank you. Yo. Your path is illuminated. Fancy that. You worked it out. Okay. So, I'm going to go find the bandit Cirrus. In order to do that, I have to do, first, a little bit of a stealth thing.
Need to sneak past those bandits.
I have to sneak past these bandits to reach their camp. They can't see me if they're dead, though, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill them from afar. And then, normally, what would happen is you would need to acquire some bandit gear, because the camp is basically on full lockdown at the moment. Because they're expecting me. They are expecting me. I'm apparently COVID. But, hi, I'd like to use Force Push. Thank you. I'm still going to be acquiring the bandit gear only because I need it for getting access to a demon door later. But, Adam, you want to go ahead and maybe explain the reason we got ourselves a hob earlier? Possibly? Oh. Lads, move.
Sorry, I'm munching on a
Anyway.
packet of crisps.
Okay, all good.
So yeah, there is a technique in this game called summon clipping. It does as it says on the tin. Your summon is a portable hitbox. You position it in a wall, and then you assassin rush, and then using that zip feature, you ignore the collision of the wall and you go behind it. So that could be used for gates, walls, doors,
Barriers that
houses.
may or may not be connected to that thing.
Wife, children, the whole lot sort of thing. So yeah. Also, as a side note, CleanSera is using Force Push here, which is a spell that just knocks enemies back. There will be more on that later. It is a multifaceted spell.
So that gate, it was nothing. Actually nothing. Gates are an idea. They're a suggestion. I don't abide by them, usually.
You've come to the right
Yeah, the only gate is the gate in your mind.
Okay, I'm gonna buy some crunchy chicks, by the way. In case you were wondering why they're crunchy, it's the bones that make them crunchy, as it says right there.
yesterday.
Big crunch hours. And Clean's going to do one of the most difficult parts of the run, and that is not a joke, which is spot the addition. There's 3 items. The games master adds another one, and you have to decide which one it was. I'm going to shut up now.
Swordfish fruit.
You won the round.
Fish pot head tree, fish pot head tree.
You won the round.
Bugstone boot head hob, bugstone boot head hob.
You won the round.
Head fruit bug, fish boot sword, head fruit bug, fish boot sword.
You
That
won
one?
the round.
Heads fruit, sword pot, fish stone. Heads fruit, sword pot, fish stone.
You won. Perhaps
Wonderful.
more.
That's probably like the second hardest part in the entire thing for me personally.
I'd also just like to clarify how insanely difficult that is to do, because one of the spells we can get is slow time, which slows down time, as it were.
It also works for those pub games, so it's pretty useful.
So
There is
I'll
also a
use it as
thing
crutch
called a
because we're
smartphone,
bad.
which allows you to take a picture to really help you with your maybe not so photographic memory.
Yeah, just have the photographic memory done for you. Actual tool-assisted run. But yeah, Clean doing that in one try without slow time is
I'm
actually
gonna
insane.
rush
so good job.
against this guy. I need to use his bed really quick, and I need to wake him up. There we go. Yep, things are good. Thank you, Mr. Bandit. I needed to sleep because Fight Club only comes around at night. So I need it to be night.
Waiting for you. Stand back, lad.
So Twin Blade wants a word with me, the little hero. First proper boss fight since the Wasp Queen. Some real Dark Souls stuff. You're supposed to be avoiding his hits and what have you. Especially this one where he jams his swords into the ground. You get hit by it, nice impact, knocks you down. Real easy
I've
stuff.
seen so many things.
And we have music again. Which is wonderful news, because that means I shouldn't have Big Kid Glitch, and the game should be perfectly stable.
Quite literally music to your ears.
So I'm gonna ask this guy to follow me really quick. Seems a good idea. He'll come with me. Okay. So, fist fighters have spawned in. Gonna start the thing. First guy's real easy. I can
You
take
can
him
see
myself.
we don't take the fist fighters too seriously from here on out.
We're going to bring ourselves a sword to a fist fight.
Or a bandit, as it were.
Who happens to have a sword. If he wants to, like, maybe come over here and help me, that would be divine.
Yeah, so obviously the bandit sword does a bunch of damage. Your fists do less damage. Hire a bandit. Get your fist fighters out.
Higher. He's volunteering.
Yeah. We don't tell him that bit.
Okay, he's being less than helpful at the moment, so...
He's like the backup dancer. He's just sort of there, standing menacingly rather than doing anything useful.
Come on, Nate. Thank you. There is a risk, however, in using the bandit here, because if he actually manages to kill these guys, they have legit health numbers. It can break the event.
Luckily, though, it's very uncommon with the bandit. It's very common with the guard, because the guard has a double swing attack, whereas the bandits tend to be quite slow, so
Yep.
we should be cooking here. Fist fight adjacent, exactly.
Stop and buy some more potions really quick, because we tend to go through a lot of them. Basically, every opportunity I can get potions, I'm pretty much going to be getting them. Before I talk to Maze Johnson, totally not a traitor, I'm gonna grab a book. Jack of Blades. Not foreshadowing anything.
No. It's good actually because you go to every potion, you say, "Hello, potion seller. I'm going into battle, and I want only your strongest potions." And luckily, none of them do indeed say, "My potions are too strong for you, traveler." So
Thank goodness for that.
yeah, that's always a big plus, just like the Switzerland flag.
So the Guildmaster is talking about some things that we can find here in Witchwood, both of which actually are going to be of note. Grab the book there, and also another Aegis potion. Did we talk about the Aegis potions earlier? I don't think we did.
I touched on it.
Well, they grant 1,000 experience in whatever school of experience they happen to be. So might is strength, will is will, skill is skill. And that also is multiplied by our combat multiplier.
So we just spoke to the trophy dealer, I mean the archaeologist. So at one point in development, he was a trophy dealer, dealing trophies, as it were. So
if we get to...
More on that later.
Yeah, if we get to the glitch exhibition incentive, I can show that off.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a bonus, not exactly a glitch. I'm going to be honest about that. I may have a filthy modded version of the game on this PC.
Mm-hmm. That he's not using right now, to clarify. We're good Christian speedrun here.
Yep. Speaking of good Christian speedrun,
oh yeah, the Temple of Light.
Yeah. Good segues. I'm liking this. Who likes Who likes casual tax fraud?
Yeah. Like, you know the meme about Yoshi commits tax fraud? Imagine that, but instead, John Fable commits tax fraud. So there's the Temple of Avo.
Please do not do what I'm going to do in real life.
Yeah, it gives you good boy points, which means that after a certain amount, it gives you tendies. I mean, a new weapon. So after about 35,000 gold, you will indeed get these Sentinels. But if you re-interact with the altar before they take the gold away, it will just not take any gold away. So you can donate the money, get the rewards without having to pay. Hashtag tax fraud.
The god. Please be generous.
And we see I still have 78,000 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And also the Sentinels.
Tax dodging bastards. So he's going to dig up another silver key here. This area can be a little bit annoying depending on what spawns, including a nymph. And nymphs are the fastest enemies in the game. They go from point A to point B like that.
Yeah. Travel is what they do best.
Mm-hmm.
And also laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
And disrupt your soft targeting and your assassin
so
rushes. We have Balverines though, so we don't need to worry about nymphs right now. Nymphs are on physical shield really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Stop and fish yet another little thing. So it's kind of funny that we only fish for a fish like twice ever. Everything else is usually just a potion or keys or shield.
Can I just point out something?
Sure.
The hero is wading in at foot level, fishing. You could literally walk into the water and just grab whatever it is.
That's the unfortunate thing in just about every single fishing ripple.
You just like wade in like 2 more steps and just look down and grab it. I don't understand what the point is. I also wonder what's biting back. I mean, when I was a child, I always reasoned that, oh yeah, it's just a fish carrying whatever it is. But then you just discard the fish, I guess.
Which is a complete waste, if that were the case. So that demon door wanted me to hit it in the face with an arrow. Yeah. Not just like with casually with an arrow, just like as strong as I could with an arrow. Like a certain amount of damage needed to be dealt to it. Which,
you
by
can
the way,
also use a fireball.
That's true. You can actually kill demon doors, for those who didn't know.
And not just their feelings, like actually kill them. So yeah, we are currently at. Let me press the F5 button real quick. We are currently $55 away from the glitch exhibition being met,
Pause
which will
champ.
be in about 2.5 hours time. So Get your donos in.
Oh,
I
don't
see
need
some
to
of
do
you in
anything here.
Twitch chat without your Twitch primes. Get them in.
Those of you who do not have Amazon Prime, don't feel guilt tripped, please.
That's
So
my job to guilt trip.
the people out here are trapped because, well, they're afraid of death, understandably. Death via ballerines. These things can really give you a bad day. But
And
I
yeah,
have the
there's-
means of dispatching them swiftly.
Yeah, there's poor Barbarines, and they basically just spawn by looking away from you. It took us quite a while to realize, oh yeah, you just have to look away, because we just thought it was RNG or something.
Yeah, it turns out that, like, the original Fable TLC runner, David Arnold, actually, like, noticed that.
And we didn't, so our brains are small and his is huge. It's actually surprising how much of the run is kept over from his original route. He
Including in
actually joined the Discord
100%.
semi-recently.
Yeah.
Good lad, can recommend him. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, parties, funerals.
Okay, I remember to dig up the silver key here.
Yeah, and by the way, Clean's hitting the white Barbarine here with an arrow just to cancel his animation.
And waste time. We don't need to sit here and waste time watching it. Want to talk about silver augments?
Silver augments, they multiply your damage against the white Barbarine by 6 in a bow. So we're going to go from doing not a lot of damage to a lot of damage. They also multiply on top of each other, so you get 2 silver augmentations on... You do 36 times the damage, which is a rather large number.
We'll get to see the full power of that later, because this is... Actually, do we? Is this the only white Balverine we only encounter? This is supposed to be a really big deal.
Yeah, but then there's just 3 of them in the arena. Yeah, things that make you go, But yeah, like, I mean, last week, I only knew how to count up to 10, so 36 times damage is a huge number for me, so... I might need to,
understandable.
like, sit down for this one.
I never made it past 5 myself.
Next time.
Which is just as well, because I'm going to be 3-shotting this here white Balverine lickety-split.
And that also just, like, skipped part of an animation.
Okay, I'm going to actually bully these other Balverines really quick. I want to get a little bit more experience, just for comfort. Okay, so we have White Balverine's head. Chief asked for its pelt, but I guess head works as well.
So, yeah.
And we get to keep the head as a trophy. How generous of the dude. Cool guy. Hits like a truck with his fists. As we may or may not learn later. We'll see how I do. I'm gonna sort some cards really quick, though. Value of lowest to highest. Also enjoy the sounds of people's screams as I am raging while playing card sorting. Two, three, 4, Queen King. Ace, 6, 7, 9, Jack, Queen King. Wonderful.
You won. Hey, perhaps you'll come back and play some more. Can I have?
Okay, and then I need to grab one more thing before I leave town. Which is, I believe, the final book that I need. What the village people here do not realize is that I am doing that for the kids.
Village people. I love those guys.
That may or may not come into play later.
We do a lot of foreshadowing in this commentary. I wasn't even planning it. I'm just.
Neither
making
have I.
wisecracks.
Alright, we want Force Push, and then we want to upgrade Berserk. And can I upgrade Magic Power at all? I cannot. That's fine. So I'm going to make another save really quick. So do you want to maybe touch on what I'm going to be doing here?
So this is also going to be using Eton mode. So basically we're using it as a glorified wrong warp. We're going to use the trophy, walk into that load point, activate
Oh,
Eton
we got
mode,
6 witnesses.
and then load the other save, activate the trophy minigame again, and it will warp us to Orchard Farm. It saves about 5 to 10 seconds compared to walking normally. Also, good god, those loads.
I'm running this on my dedicated actual, more appropriate for the era hardware PC.
Yeah, that's something we forgot to mention is we use loadless time as a primary method of timing the run because PC game, why wouldn't you?
The menus,
one other factor
however,
is
run way better
the
on
upgrade
older
menus.
hardware.
You make every one of their debts.
Yeah, the upgrade videos tend to lag quite a bit on modern systems, so
Especially with the CPU that has not so great single core performance, such as an FX 8350, like the one my main PC currently has. So
that
yes,
is
I
several
did.
words, including correct.
Yes, I did build a brand new PC with older parts just to speedrun Fable.
No further questions.
Alright, so this is a contest between Whisper and I. We're going to see who can kill the most Hobbs in 4 minutes. Or 3.5 minutes. I don't remember the exact number. Okay, so Whisper is being slight bit of a dunce at the moment, so I'm just going to go ahead and let her kind of go about her business a little bit. But she's going to be sufficiently bullied all the same. Because here, this Force Push spell not only pushes enemies, but it also deals damage, which means it deals, it builds a combat multiplier. It also builds combat multiplier on corpses, so I'm just going to be abusing that a little bit.
Yeah, so we can just basically damage all the dead bodies. Insert joke about letting the bodies hit the floor. Haha, XD.
Real 2008 hours.
Yeah. Speaking of 2008 hours, is that going to be part of the glitch exhibition?
Will it?
I don't know, you're the one doing the...
Oh, hold on. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You talking about
There's only one way to find out,
thing?
though,
I
which is
think
to
I know
get
what
your
you're talking
donos
about.
in.
Do I really want to play that pub game again, though?
It's for the kids.
That's true. It is for the kids. Oh, I didn't mean to force push you that soon. Here we go. Whisper thinks that the Hobbs are my target, not her.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that. She can think that, but I'm not convinced. She looks like a ripe target to me.
Yeah, we're only $45
This
away
is
from meeting
the
that exhibition goal, so...
Very pause champ. We
Yeah.
are basically doing this to her because we can't kill her. I mean, we can, but it's slower too. Then we just take our revenge for all the times that she's ruined our runs.
And also, as a side note, you may be wondering why we're doing it at this point of the run, this quest. Reason is twofold. First of all, it gives us a whole bunch of XP to play with. And secondly, after the arena, any quests involving Whistle will be permanently locked out. Even if they're in your quest log, they'll just be removed.
Even if she lives, because she basically retires from being a hero, basically. Goes back to her actual homeland.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
The only indication of which is by watching a cutscene in your hometown of Oakvale.
Yeah.
After you spared her in the arena, which didn't happen in the original version of the game. So, shoutouts to Lionhead for actually expanding on her lore a bit.
Yeah. The Dark Souls of lore.
So we got ourselves a decent combat multiplier. I wouldn't call it nice, because I don't think we'll quite get it nice, but
Yeah,
it's
we're
good.
10 off. Are you gonna get it without a kill? No kills for Whisper.
Nah.
Hashtag Whisper was robbed 2020.
You really taught the hubs a
Okay. We have ourselves a boatload of experience now.
Jobs are good un.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Nope, that's all good. That's all good. And I guess we will go with Max Berserk. Very casually doing that, by the way. We have Flame there. Not Gold Bag. Nautical Blade. There we go. So the funny thing about Hotshot Glitch, it actually lets you bypass any alignment requirements. Because some spells require mastery of, in order to master them, they require you to be either good character or an evil character. But, since you can double buy an upgrade through Hotshot Glitch, we don't even need to worry about alignment usually.
Yeah, we used to do a strat that I found where you basically repeatedly spawn villagers and then just murder them all for evil points, which was really fun and it was a great party trick.
Unfortunately, it is slower by comparison to using Hotshot Glitch.
Which, in only $45 time, you, the person watching this, could see.
Really unfortunate that the title vendor is never there in my route.
welcome to the Hall of...
Okay. So, there's somebody in the arena right now. We need to wait for them to conclude their business in there. Dude's name is Roth. Pretty cool guy. Also, while I'm waiting, because I'm going to need to talk to this particular guard right here. I don't want to have to go all the way back upstairs just to talk to him. So I'm just going to go ahead and push him over to an area where I think it's a bit more convenient for me after a cutscene. Because I will be basically plonked right here by that pillar. And I just want Al here. Just sitting right here, because he looks a little bit tired. He's been doing a lot of guard work today. Very tiring work.
Did you get the plate, by the way?
Yes, I did. I got bright plate.
Great, mate.
So, I have max force push. Just look at this combat multiplier build. I also have this wonderful spell called Inflame. Really nutty. Does a lot of damage.
Big AoE hours right there.
Really setting a precedent for a franchise here.
Mm-hmm. What? I missed the joke.
It's because future Fable games have really broken AoE magic damage.
I wouldn't have never played any of the other ones. That's my rush showing. Anyway, yeah. 82 multiplier in about 45 seconds, which is a pretty high number.
Hobbs here, they're especially weak to fire, which is what Inflame is.
Mm-hmm. Love me some cooked hob. Well, actually, you're putting them on the hob, aren't you? I can't think of more hob puns.
I'm gonna try not to get mobbed by these guys.
There you go. Yeah, the two guards outside, if you choose to go back into the.
Round 1. They always tell me this one gives them the biggest bars. I hear the next round has a real. I was thinking it was the last one. I don't remember like all the puns. I should have like actually committed them to memory.
Also, I would like
good.
to introduce to you, the viewers, Mr. It's All Good, CJ.
Well, hey guys, how
What
are
is-
y'all doing?
What is up, my
Wagwan.
dude?
I'm filling in for host for the rest of this run. Hope
Oh,
y'all are
welcome.
doing well. Hope the run is going well.
It is
I see
going
we're in
very
arena.
well.
Do we have a minute for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We have a $10 anonymous donation, and it is going towards the Fable Glitch exhibition, which there was also a donation which was not applied to anything. So we are only $5 short dollars away.
Big PogChamp.
If you want to see all of my favorite glitches that don't get put into the run, you're going to want to put in that $5.
And just remember, there's glitches that outside of CleanSera and the 2 people in setup yesterday, nobody has seen. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to ask you to refrain from ooh-wooing in the future. Thank you.
I'm not sure we have room to say that. You're
No,
talking to official SpeedDocs man there.
I need to fight the power, okay? This is my way of rebelling, okay? This is all I've got.
This isn't Persona 5, mate.
But yeah, so also coming up here, the undead here in this part of the arena are actually unique in that they're the only undead that fall down before they die. Normally they just sort of dissolve, but these ones tend to fall down, which is pretty annoying because
It's also kind of helpful in some aspects. Whisper makes it annoying because she can knock them
Yeah.
down when you're trying to kill them and
Yeah.
cost you time. But you can, however, do something like this and then dispatch them all at once really quickly. Also, what I
also
should
like-
probably do, I should probably also preface this with a bit of a volume warning for later. Oh no, I just yeeted
and
something
an
off my
eyeball
bar.
warning.
Yeah.
Any eye users or ear users, keep
Ugh.
your eyes peeled. Jesus.
Just demonstrating how rough menuing can be.
Yeah, so when I mentioned before that summon was a portable XP machine, I wasn't joking. Each time you use summon, you get 3 XP times your multiplier. You can have this bound to multiple keys and just kind of hammer down on them. And in the case of here, say we've got almost 200 multiplier, we'll get about 600 XP per use, doing it multiple times a second, do the monster math. Luckily, this isn't as required in any percent, because it would give you sort of the dreaded wanker's cramp from spamming the keys super hard, so luckily we don't have to do it as much anymore, but it's a cool party trick at least. And it's also a really great test of bitrate and audio.
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
just target it and then start summon spamming, because you'll just end up rotating like a madman, so you want to check if your bitrate's good enough, just do that and you'll be good.
Okay, so our combat multiplier is not really going to get much higher.
Yeah, the guild master will not tell us to try and get our combat multiplier even higher.
Okay, I'm going to try something. You're
Party
abandoning that. It's unfortunate. The blade has been dealing more damage than it should lately for me. So we're just going to
yeah.
play it safe.
So the blade boost right there, basically the spinning blades do multiple hits in one, which is super useful for Berserk, so you can just stand in there a little bit, and as long as your shield doesn't wear out, you just get free damage basically. And we're going to use that for the rock trolls because they're super resistant. We'll hope for the best, hope his shield doesn't drop, because sometimes it can do a double hit.
Yeah. Gonna just use a quick assassin rush there for safety, just to make sure his AI is completely within my control. And they're dead. Ooh,
like a
quick
stack
death.
of potatoes.
Nice.
Nice.
You love to see that.
Yeah, a couple of enemies in this game have
Long death
quite long
animations.
death animations,
Mhm.
but there are varying ways to skip some of them. Some of them you can just animation cancel with force push. Some of them you have to like have the stars align. You need to have the right breakfast in the morning. Like you used to do a little rain dance and everything, and yeah, it's not too consistent. So here's the Arachnox, or so-called Arachnox as it's been rumored. Clean's just going to do a bitrate test real quick here, while getting about 130, 140, 150,000 XP. You can see how high the numbers go here.
Okay, I'm gonna fully restore my mana here. Okay. Quick check on my experience really quick. That should be good.
You'll be alright. About 850,000 should be a good...
I say I should be alright, but can never be too safe.
Until you hit about 4 million, then it's like, yeah, I'll probably be alright.
So, lukewarm Arachnox. Okay.
And down he goeth. So the final true boss of the arena is Whisper, and you can either choose to kill her or spare her. We're going to spare her in this run because it's faster, although you can kill her if you really, really want.
And 100% I wouldn't recommend it, though, because you do kind of need some alignment. Depending on your experience route. Also, I got really lucky because
Yeah, that was great.
she is among the fights that has one of those health thresholds where you have to wait for her to do an animation or something before you can actually like finish doing damage that would be, quote, lethal, end quote.
You have reached.
I mean, it's balanced enough.
Although
The thing that really breaks it is physical shield. If you didn't have physical shield, you probably wouldn't see numbers that high, ever.
yeah,
Alright, so we're just gonna
it's
casually
interesting.
max
One
out
of
our
the category
stats.
extensions
The amount of damage
is
you can take.
is no
Toughness makes
upgrade,
you more
which does as it says on the tin. You
resistant
can't upgrade anything. And from when you play the game like that, the game is actually incredibly
Guile
balanced and like it's
increases
like,
your
oh,
stealth
here's all the
and improves
difficulty.
your
That's where it was
trading skill.
hiding. So it's quite interesting. I can recommend it if you're ever looking to do a challenge run of the game. No upgrades is a great first run, as it were. But also, community member Zelda is working on a patch which fixes several things, including the combat multiplier. So obviously, it won't be used in runs, but it will be a cool party trick for later. So Clean's just going to casually max out all his upgrades here. He's going to use Hotshot Glitch to max out some of the more
Looks
evil
like I do
aligned
need to do
ones.
it for the good ones as well. It's slightly not good
I
enough.
believe.
Oh, come on. Don't do this to me now. Thank you. Okay.
And then it's just heal life. Heal life can be difficult depending on your PC because there's two upgrade videos that don't play on Windows 10. There's Physique and there's Heal Life, which means that using Hotshot Glitch is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, it's basically like a 2 or 1 frame window when you are on Windows 10.
Yes,
Because
indeedy.
the video resolution is 1 pixel too low, I think, for some reason.
Indeed.
And it doesn't play on Windows 10.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago we were looking in the hex. And comparing the two files, and there is a 2 byte difference between the two. So I suggested, well, what happens if you just change it? You change those 2 bytes, video works perfectly, but obviously not run legal. We can't use it, unfortunately. But there's about 2 bytes of difference to have it play in game, and 4 bytes to have it play on like Windows. And I can confirm CleanSera did indeed build his own computer to run this game. Never underestimate the lengths Fable runners will go to go vroom fast.
Speaking of going vroom fast, I'm not going to go there. Because this is Fable the Lost Chapters.
Look what we... Rip him up good, hero.
So this cutscene is unfortunately a smidge unskippable.
Rip him up, good hero.
It's okay. Hero's got my back. Oh, and I just stabbed a dude who was already dead. I'm just gonna get
No
rid
need
of
to show
Berserk
up.
really
He's already
quick.
dead, mate.
I know. It was an
He's
accident.
dead. You can't do much more.
It was an accident.
A candle accident?
We did indeed have a freak candle accident earlier. It was terrible.
If we're not careful, though, we might experience another one later somewhere else. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Candles start over how many? Like 15,000 house fires every year?
Yeah.
It's a pretty big number. Real talk.
Just like 15. 15's a pretty big number as well, in my opinion.
Well, when you light a candle for St. Jude, make sure you put it out before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can we get
Speaking of St.
hashtag
Jude,
blow a
do we have any
candle out
donations at
trending?
all? Because we've been kind of yammering on. Okay, so I need to come back to the guild really quick, grab some quests. Actually necessary steps. Alright, and then we are going to encounter probably, most likely, a really long load screen. Game should not have crashed. This load screen is notorious for taking a long time.
Do not adjust your TV set. The game is working perfectly fine.
Actual PosChamp hours.
There we go.
Okay. Another quick little stop for potions, if I can talk to the dude. There we go. I've
Hello,
come to the right
potions,
place. So this guard here, he has a brother. He happens to be an assassin. He wants us to kill his brother because family shame or something. Before I do that, though,
Twist is the quest name.
I'm going to take a quick little detour over to Knothole Glade because it is currently being besieged by bandits. There are like three different ways we could go about this. We could either talk to the guard, have him open the gates, actually have more bandits spawn, or we can have a weird summon clip.
Yeah, sure, that works.
And only have to kill like 3.
Yeah, the bandit leader is actually completely optional to kill. There's a boast goal for doing it, but you don't actually have to kill him.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's one
the
of
other way
shortest
would
quests
have
in the
been
game.
to actually take a higher road. Unironically, there's a path like leading up to a town horn, which is on a rather tall hill, and you can actually try and snipe the bandits from up there. So Twin Blade seeking revenge for his humiliating defeat. I need to watch out for surprise concerts from the band of assassins. No big deal.
Yeah. Careful as well, because those audiences, social distancing, 2 meters, mate.
Oh yeah, true. Very true.
So this is Lost Trader.
Or alligator length apart for our Floridian friends.
Yeah. So basically, it's a very, very straightforward quest. There's a trader on one side of the map. There's bandits all across the middle. You need to get the trader from one side of the map to the other.
He's
straightforward.
very scared of these bandits, so he doesn't really like to move much of anywhere. Speaking of which, I kinda need to prepare myself for this more adequately. So I'm
mentally,
going to
emotionally, physically.
actually physically, but I'm going to just move some spells over to my hotbar because it's like actually important.
Yeah. So we're So we played coin golf earlier, but we're going to instead play the exciting game of trader golf here.
We're just gonna bump him across the map. He won't mind.
Yeah.
Quick, get me out of here.
So
Yeah,
Thomas,
hear that voice line quite a bit.
how's the strat to you? I thought it was quick.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure though.
We are getting him out of here. You can also get some good air on him depending on if you play your cards right.
This is scary quick! Best escort quest in the entire run. Fight me.
Okay. So now we're going to do trader.
It's
rescue,
kind of
which is
funny how
another-
like all of the escort quests we do in here are not done in a traditional manner.
Yeah. We don't believe in tradition around these parts. So this one is probably one of the more straightforward ones. We're gonna quickly kill these guys, pick up one of our trader friends, and then go to the next map and pick up the other ones. There's really not much to it. I wish I had more to say about it, but it's basically.
I need to be careful and make sure that they actually don't die. Otherwise, if one of them dies, I actually do fail the quest. It's not like Trader Escort earlier, where I can have literally just one alive and complete the quest. So I'm actually gonna play it safe and kill these bandits. Make sure that they don't like actually kill my bandit or my trader friend, bandit friend. These guys are not my friends anymore. Okay. We are basically in the clear now. So I'm just gonna come back through Twin Blade's camp. Quickly dispatch these guys. Oh, almost. There we go. Bandits are dead. Friendship ended with bandits. Trader Bandit is not my friend. How many potions do I have? I have plenty.
I wonder if it'd be faster to force push these guys.
It'd
probably be hard to control all three.
Yeah, that would be the thing. The benefit of Lost Trader is that there is only one, but not so much with these guys.
Bit like Highlander, there can only be one.
Yeah.
Kenobi. I'm sorry.
I was not expecting. I also approve.
Thank you.
Real hello there hours.
Yeah, we didn't take the high ground on that one.
Oh my god.
Send any complaints through to SpeedDocs@SpeedDocs.com.
Yep. If I could target the actual assassin there. I was supposed to save me time, speaking to him from afar, but I kind of botched that. Oh, kind of botched that as well. It was supposed to be a multi-strike like that one was. Now we can go back with our, I guess, assassin contract. Back to his guard brother.
Yes, indeed.
And complete this quest.
Is it book collection next?
No, not quite.
You think he...
Mr. Sarah, what is that coming up next?
We are going to be doing some more stuff in Witchwood.
Which wood?
That wood.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, so what he's going to be doing here is, so CleanSera just go break those bushes there, more on that later. I've already made you commit to that now.
I already planned on it.
Thanks.
We have like three rock trolls here, which is kind of rare. I don't
As the
usually see
Master
that
pointed
many.
out earlier, he's gonna be there's some assassins that you have to kill, and you basically just need to kill all of the ones that spawn once. So one of them is there. We're gonna get a few books and a chest from the Witchwood Stone Demon Door. We're gonna go past a guy who wants you to help his wife, but you don't actually need to help him. It's not a tracked quest. We're then going to take a sword out of the stone, hire a guard friend
Real
to help
King Arthur
us.
hours.
Yeah, True King Arthur. Bit like the Rick Wakeman album. And yeah, and then we are going to do the final fist fighters, which involves the Knothole Glade Chief himself.
Gonna sleep really quick, because again, I need it to be night. Always with the nighttime.
Yeah, this is SpeedDocs approved nap time.
Follow. Let's get going.
I shouldn't have berserked, because he's just gonna cancel it.
Yeah, it's
Very
the most unnecessary
suggestive,
berserk.
Mister. This is for the kids.
No. It's awful. If you want to know what happens there, he actually springs a trap with a bunch of bandits. He's like, oh, they blackmailed me. Oh. And
Which
then you can
actually
shoot the turtle
changes
off going.
depending on your alignment. It'll
Yeah,
be
'cause
bandits
it's
if
like,
you're
oh,
good, but if you're evil, I'm pretty sure it'll be guards.
Yeah, and his dialogue would be different too. He's like, oh, I found a traitor who's loaded. I'm beating him down in a video game.
Actual in a video game, once again.
And we just killed all those guys just because some of them, they tried tugging on the sword and they're like, oh, look how hard he's tugging. Let him finish. But we don't want to let him finish. We also had to speak to them as well because as we very recently found out, the quest doesn't actually ever start if you don't talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
One of those
yeah, that
tiny
was
little details.
yeah.
So the reason I'm not just warping my way back to Knothole Glade, even though that's where I'm going, is because the guard cannot teleport along with me.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat unfortunate, but not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, we have to do a lot of things in the maps anyway, so it's just going to Witchwood Lake, really.
So I'm also going to definitely make sure to play it safe.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
We have a $20 donation from Anonymous saying, good luck. This game got me into gaming, and I love that it's being ran for a good cause.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anon.
And with that, the Glitch Showcase has been met.
Pog Champ. Let's go.
Are we... I'm not trying to spoil anything. I don't know if it's possible, but is Trash Pile Skip in the Glitch Showcase?
We might. We might be attempting that. We might be attempting something.
That is my favorite skip glitch thingy. I don't think it does anything. That's my favorite thing in this entire game.
Yep. And it is exactly as it sounds, a piece of trash that can eat you across the map. In some categories, that would have been required to get into Balstone North early, but thanks to the foundation and development of Etten mode, we do not need to do that anymore. Also, I'd like to clarify, Etten mode was named by community member Shiftweave, not me. As I confirmed before, I'm not that self-masturbatory.
Adam,
Just
however,
name things
did
up.
find it, but it was Shiftweave that actually decided we should name it Etten mode.
To be
Yeah.
fair, Shift Weave mode just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Shoutouts to him, though. He wrote the original auto splitters and load removers.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to
big pogs.
shout out to that guy. Good guy.
Actual good lad.
Yeah.
You know who's not a good lad? The fist fighters.
That's
They're not
true.
accepting my fist in their back. So
How
this
rude
guy
of them.
is scary because if I take 2 hits from him, I lose.
And you need to do 50 hits or something to him.
But that's what I
using
have
your
this guard
friend-
for. Any second now. There we go.
Bring a sword to a fist fight.
So, before I win the archery competition, I'm going to sleep really quick.
And you also got your trophy there, which is the only reason we do fist fights is because of that one trophy.
I'm going to show you how to win the archery competition in Knothole Glade. I have now won the archery competition in Knothole Glade.
Good job on winning the archery competition in Knothole Glade. So I believe you're going to be handing in some books now.
Indeed I am. So we are actually going to be doing something for the in-game kids, finally.
Yeah. Which in turn has an effect on the real life kids from St. Jude's Children's
Although I think first, since the teacher is not quite on the map as of yet, I'm gonna make a quick little detour and start on another thing really quick.
No.
2 things actually. If
Oh, yes.
So we speak to this witch, give her the mushrooms, and she's like, "Oh, I actually had a potion the whole time. Oh, funny that. Oh." So she just wanted the mushrooms. And we're going to speak to Mr. Beardy Baldy. That is his name. That is his quest. That is his goal. And his goal is to for you to.
We are going to be meeting
seduce
his daughter.
Yes,
He's
his
going to be
daughter.
introducing us to his daughter, who is a lovely girl, bit fussy, very particular tastes in men.
Yeah.
She likes men with very weird hairstyles.
You
Or-
only like ones with hairstyles like the one on this card.
Yeah.
That's actually how he sounds. I didn't just make that voice up.
I can confirm in just a sec.
The old king. Can't you hear it?
I cannot hear the Old Kingdom. It is old and dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot, she also prefers men with beards that look a lot like the one on this card.
There you go. It do really be like that.
It really do be like that.
It really do be like that.
Okay. So yeah, we're starting to look slightly ridiculous.
Strangers are so nervous of bandit attacks in the
We look
forest.
like a.
We look okay.
We look like an Amish
right now.
farmer who like milks the chickens or something.
But yeah. But hey, we're gonna meet a lovely lady. So it's all good. So this last one is trader style mustache. Very, I'd say iconic. I'd think for Fable. The reason it's called a trader style mustache is because you can most often see wandering traders with it. And it does
The old kingdom.
that.
Can't
It also
you
kind of
hear it?
bounces.
Yeah, these guys had PhysX before PhysX. So
That's true.
Take note, Microsoft. How long are we going to be an Amish farmer who milks the chickens for?
Until we get arrested or something, I don't know.
Yeah. As is the tradition with the Amish farmers. Do farming milk chickens get arrested? Such is the way of life. We're going to take a trip up to the local school and hand in the books from this mysterious shirtless person with a snazzy moustache.
Today's lesson.
Also, we have Mr. Gout here, the man with the ever-changing face.
Who's the
He's actually a Time Lord, it's fine.
There's the deep lore for you.
Also, if you really want to destroy your liver, take a shot every
How
time
many of you?
he says today or clears his throat. Don't actually do this, though.
The way.
Yeah.
Of the one.
SpeedDocs cannot and will not be held responsible for any damages caused by this recommendation.
And any
or
of
lack
you tell-
thereof.
And just remember, everything we are doing is for the kids.
Thanks to this,
Even that Trade the Massacre quest.
Mm-hmm.
there was once a. You have done our school.
So that's your silver key.
It may seem
no,
depraved,
that's
but the
your hat.
kid. It may seem depraved, but the kids will be saved. I may or may not have borrowed that from a poem from ESA.
Do any of you know?
What strange.
Today,
Also, for any of you who play this game, I would highly recommend actually watching all the book collection cutscenes because they're all pretty good in their own way. They've got lots of cheeky humor in them.
And there was actually
bad
some
acting.
good lore as well.
Deep lore.
And I think a couple of them are actually like kind of interactive depending on your progress through the game.
Indeed, there's one about Twinblade who changes whether you've killed, spared, or fought him at all, sort of thing.
Things like also the Ugly Guide or
today,
How to Make Friends or something?
Yeah, making friends.
today.
Yeah. Those also change like depending on your personal appearance. So you can actually like be ugly or actually like
Twinblade,
attractive according to the standards of the game. And the cutscenes
the
will
Journal of
actually
Bloody.
like change like because looks like this hero has a bit of a ways to go.
Before you go, this.
And we got ourselves a silver key. Because little Billy found himself a silver key. Tried to hide it under his shirt, as one typically does.
The sky is really pretty today. But where did the roof go?
I wanted to finish that line. And he's now cured. Alright, so we need to rescue the totally not a trophy dealer archaeologist. He's retired from dealing trophies.
I think we can do a special offer for you, sir.
Don't do anything illegal if you'd be so kind. Oh, look over there, Help me before
Also,
it's too
we need
late.
to quickly talk to a conspiracy theorist.
Finally.
It's like a
Yes,
scuffed Alex
finally.
Jones before Alex Jones was a thing. You even got the hair
Spoilers,
and
by the way,
everything.
he actually is right about one thing.
Mhm.
I've got your back.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly
Actually, he's
swap-
right about two things. Because there's the cut dialogue about linking your Amazon Prime account to Twitch and getting a free
Oh.
subscription every month with Twitch Prime. Or as it's
Oh.
now called Prime Gaming.
which you can use on here to help raise money for St. Jude.
The minion summoner has erected a barrier.
Indeed.
How novel. Alright. So, in any percent, what we would normally do is just blaze past everything. There's a barrier up here, which may or may not be connected to a thing.
Yeah.
Not gonna worry too much about that barrier right now, though, because we have other things to do while we're up in this area. Including, but not limited to, getting silver keys, another treasure clue, which, hidden somewhere in Albion, which the clues
The
will
clues
lead me
should
to.
lead you to it, yeah.
Guildmaster understands there are 6 of them in all.
Pretty interesting, pretty interesting.
So I need to kill that minion to get rid of the barrier. I also need to quickly just take a couple steps up the windmill's staircase there, spawn the assassin.
Yeah, it's not just because he's indecisive, contrary to rumor.
Yeah, I tried to clip into the windmill building to save myself from going around, but I couldn't quite get it.
Yeah.
It's actually a very, like, new thing, so I've not actually had time to practice that one. Nope.
Harry?
So what's the deal with this quest here? What's the deal with this last part?
You're basically on a 2 timers. There's the one you see, and also whenever the minions reach the pier, you have to kill all of them. So if you play your cards right, don't forget to kill the assassin.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. Once you reach the bottom of the pier, it's basically the game checks for if there's any minions on the pier. If there are, then the quest doesn't complete. If there aren't, the quest completes. Right now, there aren't any minions left because you killed the last 2. Quest complete, jobs are good. And
Okay. Gonna make another quick little detour for potions.
Pleased to serve you.
142, I think you should be alright for
Yeah.
a little while. And also cleans teleporting and teleporting back, because it's slightly faster in loadless time to do that.
Also, it's
And
good
it's
to just grab the
roughly on
potions
par.
anyway. Yeah.
Real time, yeah. And so it's
If you do it like teleport and immediately teleport back, it's actually on par in real time, depending on your loads, of course, but
yeah, it's a case of 2 stones with 1 bird sort of thing.
yeah. Precisely. Also, boy, am I glad I'm playing in English right now.
So this will be the graveyard where all good runs go to die, quite
Well,
literally.
any percent runs. It's not usually the case with 100% runs, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of funky things in this run. There's a Gravekeeper who is our boy Budget Builds' favourite boy. You've got a killable demon door, as
Which
it
I
turns
just
out.
shot.
More on that later.
Yep, that's a
You've
taste
got
of what's
undead
to come.
constantly spawning in front of you,
Hello.
which is always not fun because they ruin your rushes. You got a lot of tight movement, and you've got the RNG of fishing, which in any percent is absolutely awful. Cannot recommend to friends nor family.
I wish we could have this rod in any percent. Something about quicker release of tension, and then also higher tolerance in the line. Oh, that was close. Alright. So, as far as what we are actually doing in the game right now, we need to make our way into Bargate Prison, which is where our mother is being held captive by our wonderful main antagonist, who we have not actually had much proper interaction with because I've been skipping cutscenes, Jack of Blades. And in order to do that, to access the secret passage into Bargate Prison, we need to go through the Litchfield Graveyard. The demon door is blocking the way, and the way we open said demon door is to retrieve Nostro's armor. Nostro is the old gravekeeper, essentially. Keeper of the gates. Not gravekeeper, gatekeeper. My armor, my helmet, my sword, and my shield. Gather for me, and the path I shall yield. Alright, so these undead are kind of annoying, because they, like, just spawn in your way. Gonna try something.
Do it once for the kids.
Gonna try. We got it.
Yes, that swag clip, also known as Rick clip, it saves like 4 seconds when done perfectly, and it just saves you having to do the sort of loop-de-loop around. However, it's quite annoying with the undead. Yeah, great job that you got it first try.
Yeah.
This upcoming bit is also another part of RNG.
Gonna turn on the lamp really quick for it.
Yeah, that's actually useful, but more on that in a sec. So basically, the undead here can only be harmed when they're in the circle. So
Yeah.
there's
And they're-
RNG based on how quickly they run in. However, there's also a hidden factor that I theorize, which is that the lamp actually increases your visibility, so it makes them more inclined to float in towards you. And then this one, you're just gonna assassin rush, force push, assassin rush. Oh, sorry, inflame,
force push.
Force push.
Yeah. The force push to cancel the knockback animation, so they're just instantly downed, and they don't get knocked out of the circle. They need to stay in the circle in order to take any damage. Although, oddly enough, with Inflame, you actually can knock them back and down with Inflame. When they're outside of the circle, they just don't take any damage. It's really, really weird. But also situationally useful. And yeah, so I basically did just parkour up a wall. Funny thing. Physics kind of, like, they're weird. If you can... Most cases, when you go out of bounds, you are very limited in your movement. Like, I'll try and show it off later, because we did meet the Glitch Exhibition incentive. Big shout-outs to you guys. Quick little detour here to grab another silver key. There is a clip that Edom did manage to pull off in his run, I will not be doing it, however, because it would actually ruin my movement a little bit.
I've dubbed it the illegal U-turn because it basically just skips a U-turn.
But unfortunately, with summon being at max level, it means its duration is increased by like a crap ton. So I don't want it to be distracting my soft target when I'm in here. Plus, it's one of those like micro optimization clips. Okay.
So we're gonna get sent to prison in a video game. So we're
And with that, I am actually going to be right back. Hope you guys do not mind. Don't touch that dial. And please consider
touch that
donating.
dial. So this guard here is taking a whiz with his sword in his hand, which by all means I cannot recommend. So story-wise, tried to rescue your mother. It was a trap set by Jack. You've been sent to prison. We have to listen to a bunch of dialogue. We've been reduced to nothing but our skivvies. All our items are gone. All our will is not usable. So we're just stuck in this cell for a little bit. So yeah, we'll just listen to these guys natter on a little bit. This is actually the only reason why you might see some speedruns of this game are run in French rather than English, and that's just because English is the slowest language out of all of them, and French is the fastest in terms of spoken dialogue, so it saves about 34 seconds versus English, which is quite a lot just by changing language, just from them talking faster in French compared to English. So yeah, and it's I guess we can talk a little bit about Prison Skip. There's probably about $500 at this point on Prison Skip, which for all intents and purposes seems impossible. We've tried every possible means, ETA mode, summon clipping, just even modding the game, and it just doesn't, like, you have to tick every box in order to skip this quest, which is super annoying because the order of events is going to be listen to dialogue, do a prison race, do a stealth minigame, listen to dialogue, do a race, do a stealth minigame, leave the way you came. So yeah, it's pretty not good. Cannot recommend. But we basically know this as the P-break run, part of the run.
Still, at least you
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
more than books and furniture in there.
Yes, indeed. I guess it's also good. We can just shout out St. Jude if you want to, CJ. Just talk a little bit about what the good work they do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talk. I've heard from at least one person so far during this event who said, "I'm not going to donate because I can only donate $3, and that's not going to do anything." Well, I'm here to tell you that that's just not the case. When you donate $5 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, you are helping pay for parent isolation gowns that families can be together during treatment. This is just one of the many things that you can do when your money is used for. Because at St. Jude's, parents and families are never sent a bill. So, St. Jude, wonderful organization, and we're happy to be raising money for them.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was stepping away to do what that guard was doing, only without a sword in the hand.
Chicken kicking?
Not quite.
If you want to call it that. That's an interesting way of
both
putting
them
it.
involve a cock, but
Oi! Haram!
Well, hey, alright, family stream.
this
Alright.
stream just went from a C- to a C+.
He's British, it's okay.
Yeah, it's alright. I was talking about the chicken. Clint was just having a nice plate of chicken, that's all.
So, we are not listening to the Warden's sublime poetry, unfortunately, because we are doing the speedrun. However, I could probably recite one of them.
Well, here we are again, eh? Stay in there, and I'll get to you in a moment. You might have noticed there's a few less of you this year. I wonder what happened to them, eh?
He says that, but I have a feeling we're going to have the exact same number of people.
Also, fun fact, the guard positioning here is completely random on where he'll be facing you, sometimes he'll be looking away, sometimes he's looking at the wall. We've joked that at some point the run will be so optimized that runs will be saved or die depending on where his position is.
Yeah. It must be
It's like the year is 2000XX sort of meme.
Yeah. It's like he's got something weighing on him. He's just not sure where he should be.
I mean, he did take a whiz with a sword in his hand, so he's not the one for good ideas.
Lively, scum.
Well,
Time to move out. It's race time.
I don't know.
And you'd better put
I
on
think
a
he's
good
the key to
show.
something.
Some of us have bet
Yeah.
a lot of
Just not
money
sure
on
what
you.
yet.
Win, and we like
I think
you.
that could be the silver bullet in all of this.
And you get around in the torture chamber.
Well stated.
That sounds fun. Yes.
I'm not going to elaborate on that further.
Let me hear
It's your job to do your own research,
Also,
viewers at home.
Good view of Union Jack briefs.
Okay, I was going to say, stop looking at those feet.
Yeah. Hero has some weird stuff going on with his feet.
Yeah.
It's my year.
But
put
it was
that
from
on Wikipedia.
2005. We'll forgive.
Faster.
Yeah.
Faster.
Can I just say though, the game has aged like pretty darn well visually.
You're a puss
Mhm.
bag.
Yeah, it's got a very good art style, which means that even today, even by modern standards, it's like, yeah, I can still look at this and enjoy this. It's not like
Hey, you great big Balvin
it's not burning to the eyes. It's quite pleasant to look at, even at like the only thing that really doesn't play well with modern resolution or like modern machines is the resolution.
The recycle.
Yeah, because the
Because
menus and
everything-
HUD is all the same size no matter what.
Great.
Yeah, it doesn't scale. It's always a fixed size, so that means that if you play it at like 1440p or 4K, everything's going to be tiny, including the menus, which is no bueno. But again, other than that, it's been pretty good.
It seems the warden has lost his.
Okay, so on our way through escaping, I'm just going to go ahead and recite you guys his wonderful poem to the wonderful mayoress of Bowerstone, Lady Grey. Grey is the prettiest color. Oh, Grey is the prettiest color, for it's in her name, her eyes, and her soul. She makes me feel 10 feet taller. To see her is to lose control. She lives in the north side among rainbows, and I look at her from dead, scummy slums. Her suitors are always the same ones. Her presence afflicts them with the runs. She's the mayoress of my kingdom. I worship her all night and all day. My words are true, and I bring them to the luminous, lovely Lady Grey.
Okay, simp. Sorry.
Well, that was a very touching poem. Do we have time for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
The donations just keep coming and they don't stop coming. $5 from Sarah saying $5 train for the children. Let's get some $5 in here.
Yeah.
You know, Clean and Adam are working hard for you.
I've got my feet up. I'm working extremely hard, I'll have you know.
I think the crew behind the show have been working the hardest.
Yeah, absolutely. I can, from the restreamer perspective, I can definitely give them major props on making it as painless and as efficient as possible. So I would like to extend a very large hand to those guys, all of the SpeedDocsAthon crew and the SpeedDocs in general. And even the runners. The runners have been doing a tip-top job in making sure that everything's all set up and making our jobs as easy as possible. So big props to the runners, you, the person watching this. Like, not the guy behind you right there.
Yeah.
And you might
Although
think,
if there
"Oh,
is
no,
somebody
just-
behind
I'm
you
trying
watching
to-"
it, them as well.
No, you. Like, I see you there. I see you looking at the screen and everything, and
Kind of whiffed with that arrow.
yeah.
It happens.
I mean, I'd personally say you did a cracking job of that.
Our mother seems to feel that those barriers are connected to this thing. I'm not so sure.
I feel like those barriers might be connected to this thing.
I feel like there might be something else going on.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit too scripted.
Yeah, it seems a bit fishy to me.
Yeah.
So we just made calamari of the Kraken.
Can I hop in really quick?
Absolutely.
We have a $5 donation from Anonymous, who, by the way, voted to kill the animals. And it says, chugga 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 choo choo. The train is pulling away from the station.
Ooh, big hype.
We have another $5 donation from Tamar. Won't someone please think of the children? Real talk to all you runners, hosters, and other behind-the-scenes people are doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you. Yeah, every donation, even like the $5 ones, you think, oh, it's not that much. Nope, it makes a difference. All of them do.
It genuinely does.
And plus you get to see all cool things like the glitch exhibition, which was very kindly met, or saving or killing the animals in A Link to the Super Metroid, as far as I'm aware. It's a dual part rando, isn't it?
Yes,
I wondered
it's
about
a
that.
combo randomizer. They took two really fun games and mushed them together.
Yep.
You can check out me on that run later, as I'll be hosting that one as well. That is Ryko Rider this evening, so check that out.
Very exciting.
Big hype.
And by the way, run-wise right now is Bounty Hunt, so these villagers have been taken by bandits and we need to kill the bandits. There's really not much. A lot of the quests are quite short actually from here on out. They only take a minute to a couple of minutes at most. A lot of the longest quests are actually the bronze quests. To give you some perspective, there's a category called All Silver Quests, which, as the name would describe, you do all 15 silver quests.
As well as the main story ones.
I believe game time it's 1 hour 39, is that correct?
It's 139, 138, somewhere around that ballpark, yeah.
I should know, I made the damn category, but 129 without loads, which is about an hour and... Sorry, no, not an hour. It's about 25 minutes longer than any percent, which is, for doing 15 extra quests, that's pretty short.
Yeah.
The rest of, like, the sort of other hour and a half that we do in, or hour or so, is bronze quests and all the optional things like silver keys, demon doors, legendary weapons. So yeah, pretty interesting.
So, people of Albion have kind of mastered the art of talking without a head. So sometimes you can actually behead a person and then they will actually comment on, "His bleeding head's come off," or "When did I said anyway?" People do that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pay it no heed if you ever notice it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing of like, oh yeah, you can like talk for a few seconds after your head's chopped off or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. So
We have another... sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
Another $5 donation to keep the train going. Choo choo. So proud of the great work everyone is doing. This from me, Madre. So thank you, Ma.
Thank you. Very kind of him. Yeah, I think we're coming up on $2,200 right now, aren't we? Which is only $800 shy of the goal.
Yes, we are on the precipice of meeting our goal. One short step away from $2,200 and almost 2 entire days left to get our goal of $3,000.
Come on, you guys can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, so that demon door has a criteria of you need to either be completely evil or you need to perform an act of great evil in its sight. Eating crunchy chicks gives you bad karma. So you can just eat a bunch of those in front of it, and it will be like, "That was wicked." Unironically. Ooh, I got fast lightning here. Wonderful. You love to see it. Real Palpatine hours. Okay, this all, by the way, was for the sake of that bandit, I believe, killed Farmer Isaiah's grandmother?
Mm-hmm.
Stole her necklace?
The
Yep.
necklace.
And we are now returning said necklace.
Oh, I heard on it. Where?
Now we need to go into a cave full of hobs. Because there was a boy who was lost in said cave. Who was...
It's Mr. James.
It's true.
That's not to be confused with the plural James. This is just James.
Yeah.
So the granny might ask for James, but it's actually James we're looking for.
Yeah.
So into
Before
the
that,
cave we will go
I
very
need
shortly.
to give a gift to Demon Door really quick. Because it won't open on a first date. Even though that was technically our first date anyway, so it's kind of contradictory. I'm gonna snazzy outfit that we will not wear. Voice line that is basically the same in every language. James. So, yeah, her grandson, James, is lost in a cave full of hobs. Let's see. Basically, the rundown is it's her fault that he's in here in the first place, because there's treasure in here. And she wanted that treasure, basically.
It's also interesting to note this quest is gotten more and like we do less and less of this quest as time has gone on. Before we basically did it as intended, killing all the hobs, getting James, killing all the hobs on the way out, and then it was killing some of the hobs and just being slightly careful. Now it's just you just run straight through, it's fine. Yeah,
this quest is also fairly open-ended. There are 2 chests in this room, by the way, and they are only here during the quest because the implied treasure. Also, this is a fairly open-ended quest as well, because also in this cave is a bandit who you can help either save, or there's a nymph in here who's performing a ritual, needs a sacrifice, and she doesn't care who. It can either be James or the bandit. Again, she doesn't care. However, it's slow, so we're just going to kill her. If I can land a hit. There we go. Also, if you decide to save the bandit, you can either split the share of treasure or kill him and take it all for yourself. So there's lots of options in this quest. It's probably one of the more, I guess, like, choice-oriented ones. Although the outcome ultimately is the same. It's just how much more do you want to do along and, you know, with it. We're going to be opening that demon door relatively soon, just in like a minute. I'd like to think pretty well-known demon door for those who have played Fable.
You're gonna leave me with her.
Because that one needs your combat multiplier to be at 14 or higher. Oh, ew. That was a nasty side dash.
Come here with your brother.
Normally, it's a bit painful to try and get your combat multiplier up to 14. Because when you enter and when you leave an area, your combat multiplier is halved. But also, I just do so much damage right now. I can just do it like that in one single swing. It's not a problem. But that's like part of why it's next to the Hob Cave, because you have a good source of damage to deal. Build up combat multiplier. So we're just going to be making our way through Darkwood once again. We passed by a demon door while doing Trader Escort. We're going to open that one up right now. We need to defeat its guardians, which is like 5 separate waves of different types of hobs. This is 2.
5, yeah.
Wave 3. There's casters. Yeah.
And then there's big boys.
Oh. Okay. I defeated his guardians. He is knackered. Then I'm going to be doing a quest which, if done right, is not all too interesting, unfortunately. Very simple, just kill the occasional enemy that spawns.
Yep. This is Darkwood Disturbance, also known as the one quest with the word Zanibate in it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of foreshadowing for the TLC content, because it's one of the quests added in The Lost Chapters, which is the version we're playing now, which is almost like a director's cut extended version of the original Xbox release in 2004, whose 15th anniversary is coming up soon, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Teaser. We may or may not be doing something. Keep your eyes peeled. #FableThon 2020. But yeah, this quest is pretty straightforward. It's just to kill the minions. Don't let them hit Briaros. Jobs are good and really. Clean will be taking a very short detour to pick up silver key chests.
Hate to disappoint you, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing it that way.
Well, I'd like to formally withdraw my commentary for this run. Thank you all very much for listening. I wish you all a good afternoon, but...
Yeah. Now, I will be grabbing the silver key chest in a little bit, but not right this second, because I don't want to chance Briar getting hit, because if she gets hit, she'll do the animation she's currently doing, but the bar that's under her health bar under there is on the right.
Yes.
It won't actually move anywhere until she like repositions herself. It's very unfortunate to ever have happen, which is why it's so crucial to never let her get hit here.
Yeah, she can sometimes take a hit and be okay, but usually she'll get hit out of place but not quite make it back. So it's pretty annoying. We've lost a couple of good runs to this.
She said the thing.
Hey.
This is a blessed run.
Speaking of blessed, the bordello is coming up soon. So as you would imagine, if you're under the age of 13, first of all, what are you doing on this website? Secondly, cover your eyes. But yes, there is a demon door who wants you to get funky with that monkey, as it were, 10 times, and that's basically the only requirement. There is we did used to actually do the mini quest of this demon door, which is that the owner, Grope, very fantastic name, has been basically holding the girls to ransom, and it's our job to find the bordello deeds, and it takes like 30 seconds, but it's not required. It's not tracked as any quest or anything, so it's just a case of come and go, really.
Ha 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 ha.
And that's the one pun I'm gonna bring. It's also
it was fairly innocent. 3.
Yeah, shoutouts to Miss Hedwig here, by the way. They're just having a nice lay down to talk about life, nothing else.
very elaborate therapy sessions.
Mm-hmm. And the belt's just because, like, her boots keep falling off. That's all they're there for.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone wears a belt for their boots.
Mm-hmm. Especially in Albion, it's common.
Mm-hmm.
Why, even the plate boots have massive buckles on them.
It was 2004. They didn't know any better at the time.
I mean, yeah, they had to keep them suspended somehow. Let's see, I think we are at 8, yeah.
You know what they say about a man that has a big buckle?
Like, damn, you must have some big shoes. Is that what they say?
Nailed it.
Thanks.
I thought so.
It means nothing else at all, you know? Not a sausage. I mean, what? So, yeah. Bad puns aside, we're now in the Desolate Abbey. The weirdly, like, over-the-top map for a demon door, and you can't convince me this was anything other than a cut map for something else. Even looks like some of the stuff in some of the beta screenshots. You do also have a very snazzy hat in your possession now, so that's always good.
Very
back to
wonderful
the story, though.
purple polka dotted hat.
We are going to head on over to
Which, by the way, speaking of buckles, has one.
Hey. Yeah. For keeping a hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short trip over to Ancient Cullis Gate to do some story missions where we're going to go to Hook Coast, not to be confused with Hook Coast, which we just came from.
What we have here.
It's just kill some undead.
The Cullis Gate will only activate when its hunger for undead souls is sated, as our mother just kindly pointed out.
Yeah,
so
we
we've sated its hunger.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that's
it's never used again.
Which is a shame.
It is. It would be kind of nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a one and done sort of deal. Also,
Yeah.
let's see if I can safely do this.
Okay,
We have
cool
ourselves
now.
a unit.
Oh yeah, so there's a seagull just hiding in the walls.
How much will you wager?
And he's just an absolute unit. I don't know why he's there, but he is there and we don't judge him. Now for the hardest game according to Noctiverse. Oh no, it's you, isn't it? I think it's the hardest one.
No, this one's actually... I actually find this one easy even on Xbox, believe it or not.
Okay, it's Noctiverse then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically need to get 30 or higher, which is really easy, but fellow speedrunner and all-round good video gamer, Noctiverse,
yeah.
seems to have some trouble with it, so we like to...
Formerly
play
Cannibal
forward on that.
X6, for those who may have
Yes.
seen the Fable TLC 80% world record history progression by the lovely folks here at SpeedDocs.
At Speedular documentaries, you know. So Clean was pretending to be a GoldenEye runner for a second there and looking at the floor.
To reduce lag, it's
which-
very important.
Yeah. He's got his two N64 controllers in hand, he's looking at the floor, he's spending 5,000 hours in front of his CRT with his DVD recorder. He's all ready to be a
VCR,
GoldenEye
man.
runner.
It's got to be recorded on VHS.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. But yeah, story quest done. The next quest,
Gonna take
so
a
if you speak
bit
to
of a
Guildmaster
detour.
from here,
Yeah.
he will ask you to abandon all existing quests. So obviously we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to dot some I's, cross some T's before we head on over, including the fabled, no pun intended, Squorm's Bow, which has gone through many progressions, but is now the most consistent it's ever been, really. So
Twin Blades.
you may or may not know this about Squorm's Bow. You need to sacrifice people at the Chapel of Squorm, and if you play your card right, you get the Squorm's Bow. And the main criteria that people know is you have to sacrifice at midnight, but there's a lot of misinformation going around about what exactly makes this quest tick. But me, CleanSera, and another
Have this in chat.
sort of community member, yes, Avathis in chat, we all basically banded together and figured out what makes this game work. So there's several things that are involved. There's your alignment. If you're evil, it makes it more difficult, but if you're good, it doesn't make any difference. Your clothing, hair, tattoos, all of that doesn't make any difference. The time of day does make a difference. What day you're on does make a difference. Like if you check in the stats, the game days passed, that does make a difference. The total amount of health of the of your follower, including how much health they have left. So basically, their current health. So someone with 200 health will be less likely than someone with 600 health, or someone with 600 base health but is down to 200 will not be as likely.
Going to Barrow Fields.
So we've basically done it so that we use a moonfish, which gives us a give or take a couple of seconds, 3 minutes of game time. So we're basically using that as our timer. So even though our clock is basically a glorified sundial, we know what time it is. Also shout outs to Amanda. So yeah, during this timer, we've actually got a whole bunch of time to play around, so we can do a bunch of quests, tick a couple of boxes before we have to go and obtain our bow. Are you going to do a safety save, or?
I probably ought to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll
Can
do
I
it in
sneak in
Ancient
a
Hellscape.
donation really quick?
Absolutely.
We have a $5.55 donation from MASH, saying, "Choo choo, the train continues. If you want to get on board this train, come on, ride it." Only 19 minutes, or sorry, $19 left until we hit $2,200.
It's the only train service that you can guarantee 100% runs on time.
Speed Docs make sure that the trains run.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to
Speed
Brit
Docs
Bong Wen.
2020. Oh, it hurts. It really does. So I believe there should be another coin drop coming up here soon, which will mean that it's at 11 PM game time.
Close enough too.
Yeah, give or take a couple of seconds.
Oof.
So Clean is going to do one quest real quick, just to show off basically, and
also just to demonstrate how actually fast this particular quest actually is. Like it is.
Yeah, so this quest is
the fastest
broken. I was doing a semi-casual playthrough of Execution Tree, which normally you have to escort these 2 guards and a prisoner to be executed, and like you get.
It takes a long time to do it normally because the guards walk really slowly.
Playthrough, I accidentally may have killed the prisoner, but to my surprise, it didn't say quest failed. It said quest completed. So I went back and tried again, killing the prisoner. Quest completed. Okay. So this is the shortest quest in the game. So quest starts now.
You see something?
I see a dead prisoner.
Quest
Completed quest.
Now. Good job. So like I guess it's just like because the prisoner dies at the end, the game just checks to see if the prisoner is dead, and if he's dead, then it's jobs are good and quest complete. So rather interesting. And it's funny as well, actually. I feel like it's almost intentional. They almost knew what they were doing, because like the guards even say, "Oh, and don't get no funny ideas. The only person who's going to be chopping this guy's head off is the executioner himself." So the game even almost alludes to this, but then you just kill him. It's like, yeah, no, you did it. Quest complete. I'd also like to point out what sort of 7 to 8 year old me was thinking when they entered this map. They thought that this map looked like a giant beetle, and that was going to be a giant boss or something, and then I was very disappointed to find out it was just a chapel. We're going to find out if Clean got the bow.
We got it. And
nice,
we will also
try.
equip it, because it's a marathon. We have to.
Yeah, that is the rule. It's actually written in the SpeedDocs terms and conditions of, if you do a run, you have to equip Squam's bow.
And just for extra good measure, it's in the privacy policy as well.
That's true. They do take their privacy very seriously.
That's why I'm here. I'm here to enforce the policy.
Yeah, he was about to start throwing hands in a video game.
All right.
I should have made that joke when I was segueing into fist fighters, but we'll get it next time.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you have to equip the pickaxe as well? Thinking
things a week
emoji.
ago.
Stay out of trouble.
So, bandit spy extraction.
My name is Tan.
Pretty
Her
annoying
name is
quest.
Tan.
It's actually one of the most difficult quests in the game, even for speedrunners.
Yeah. So we need to extract an undercover bandit operative who is posing as a traitor. Issue is, he will try and pick a fight with people. He is unarmed, and he has a very, very small amount of health.
120.
So we actually need to be kind of careful with this guy. And I also kind of need to make sure I kill some guards.
Yeah, the guards are actually above you, but in Flame's hitbox just extends that far. It just be like that.
Wait a minute. Is that... That is him. Shit.
What are you up to? Are you staying in Hook Cove? Follow. Let's get out of here quick.
It's very important actually to make sure that he is actually following, because he can
And he is now
follow you through
following,
the maps,
so-
but also not be actually following you. And if it does, the quest will soft lock. So they're cleaning up to make sure that the little follow icon was above his head.
Yeah. And it was, so we are good to start moving. That's really the thing that gives me the most trouble, is making sure that he has the following icon. Once he does, though, it's actually fairly easy. And I also want to make sure I'm keeping up with slow time, so I'm gonna reapply it. There we go. Because I want to make sure that those guards don't have any opportunity to actually take any swings at him.
Yeah, it takes 2 hits to kill them, so... And you can't just run back and heal life him, obviously, but that's indeed the quest complete.
There have been some really close calls with that quest.
There's
the
also
past.
been some calls where I've just gotten stuck in a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Several times, actually, I think.
In which the traitor, the bandit spy almost died, not once, but twice.
Yeah, he fell over to do his dying animation, but then I brought him back up.
Very, very, very clutch. But
I gave him a Snickers and he was all good.
so earlier, I agreed to cover up the murder of Amanda Gray, the mayor's sister, and marry Lady Gray. Turns out Thunder doesn't like the sound of that, so he's gonna pick a fight with me. He's also a bit of a chump, unfortunately for him.
Bravely. But
So he pushes you down a cliff, which is very rude of him.
Yep.
So
It's
just
okay,
go do
though,
some
because while
fishing.
we're down here, there's actually a silver key and a silver key chest, so it's kind of good that he did that. It's very good that little boy did that thing. Very good. Very good.
I'd like to also point out the 5 FPS that the pimp hat is animating at.
you think you can steal her?
That loading zone is kind of finicky.
Yeah,
Like
it kind of
this.
just extends much further than you think.
It's also, in general, just really small. It's actually possible to very easily miss it.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Why not? No, never mind. I forgot. I have Scorn's bow equipped. I
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to
we
throw
already
on
have
that
one
mana
condition we need
augmentation.
to-
Yeah. Mana augmentations are actually very useful.
Especially in any percent when our potion use is pretty tight.
Mm-hmm. So, we have beaten Thunder, so we're now set to wed the wonderful Lady Grey, whom the Warden is a complete simp for.
Mm-hmm. Remember, it's no September, so we put a stop to that. But yeah, this is not the end of Thunder's quest, not yet, or just not the end of Thunder's story. He's just been embarrassed, but he's not quite dead yet.
I think I successfully avoided getting mixed signals from Lady Grey.
Yeah. It's funny because sometimes, as you marry her, she'll, react to your appearance as a regular NPC. So she'll be like, disgusting, get out. And
Yeah.
it's like, yes, you are married now. There's the mysterious
Quickly, though,
stones,
we're
which
just
there's
gonna-
no
Yeah, go ahead.
there's no real explanation for why they're there. It's just like, oh yeah, there's some really funky looking stones. Yeah, they're just kind of there.
Lady Grey just so happened to have a silver key in her bed and also had a silver key chest in her room, which is,
Make of that what
Okay.
you will.
okay.
Do not want to know what happened with that key. Anyway, so going to the Grey House here, we're going to open the demon door, which requires a ball and a chain, a posh one with a title no less.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason we don't expose Lady Grey, because exposing Lady Grey gives you access to the manor, but not access to here. This requires Lady Grey to be married, which is pretty annoying. And we'll just pick up a silver key along the way.
However, would you believe me if I told you that you can actually get rewards of demon doors without opening them?
I wouldn't believe you. I'd say that's absolute poppycock.
Well, it's a good thing we have
now.
ourselves a Met Glitch Exhibition incentive, because that could very well be shown off. Also, pay no attention to any imagery. If anything happens to appear phallic, believe me, we have dev confirmation, it's probably actually meant to look phallic.
Yeah, one of the testers for the game and then became lead designer for Fable Anniversary, he actually confirmed that there are a lot of rather phallic-looking objects which are phallic by design. We'll actually come up against one later. The Four Graves in the Heroes Guild are...
That's right, we are teleporting here. We are making our way back to Hook Coast for the aptly named quest, Return to Hook Coast.
Yeah, return to Hook Coast for Return to Hook Coast.
There you go.
So fun fact about this, so the Guildmaster's going to do some incomprehensible chanting, but the chanting, even though it is of no discernible language, is different depending on which language you play the game in. French is a completely different set of lines. Japanese is the same words, but by
just
a different
Japanese voice actor, yeah.
Italian is just a couple of times, and Russian for some reason is just the same as English. And then German is the same voice line, but increased in pitch.
Yep.
No, I don't know why either.
Wouldn't it have been amazing if we saw Jeff Rush?
Amazing, eh? But yeah, what Clean is doing here is he's knocking Maze down, and that just skips some of his phases where he teleports around, including one where he teleports to the lighthouse, which, as you imagine, going up and down a lighthouse is pretty slow.
Yeah. Although we will be going up the lighthouse a little bit later.
Yeah.
May seem to feel I'll have to do better than that, but he's also dead. Also, it turns out he was very much, in fact, a traitor.
Yeah. He lived up to
But he had his
Maze
reasons.
Johnson, not a traitor.
He legitimately had his reasons, as flawed as they may
Yeah.
be.
So Clean is going to do what's called Jack's hit right there, and I need to phrase that very carefully. So he's going to take here, aim the bow, fire here, and
There we go.
he has basically just hit Jack from across the other side of the map. It's a little bit faster than running directly towards him, and then he's going to take a short detour here, do some digging, and dig up the frying pan, and provided he has all 6
Which I should.
treasure clues.
Well done, hero. You solved the riddle, found the treasure.
Yeah, if you
Find
have
some use for
anything
your
under
prize.
the all 6 clues, you get a different version of the pan which does 0 damage. It's a light weapon and just like bounces off enemies, which obviously is not quite the correct option.
Let's actually take a look at the frying pan really quick.
Yeah.
Where are you? You have 100 damage, but you have 4 augmentation slots, which are all empty. Fun fact, though, it's actually 5 augment slots, but the game doesn't show that.
As long as you don't leave the menu, yeah, between if you have 3 augmentation slots used, as long as you don't leave the menu between applying the 4th and the 5th one. You can apply 5 of them. The most, I guess, well-known or the most useful use case for this is
Mana augmentations.
is just
usually.
5 mana augmentations and 5 mana augmentations in the bow, and it makes you a mana restoring machine.
Yeah,
which is,
like you can
quite
channel
useful.
lightning for like 7 minutes or something with full mana augmentations before having to use a potion. It's pretty nutty. So yeah, we are trying to prevent the end of the world throughout all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a sword that Jack of Blades is after. Turns out it's easier to get than you might think. You just have to do a thing, and it doesn't revolve around ending the world to do it.
Contrary to rumor.
Yeah. He's going around activating these focus sites, these big, gigantic, like, globe rocks for no real reason, other than just to look cool, but we're skipping it, so it doesn't even... doesn't even do it right.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay. So, Chamber of Fate. Pretty cool name for what would be a final boss back in the 2004 Xbox version of the game. So, it's Jack of Blades. In order to get to him, we need to first dispatch his minion buddies. And then we can assault him once he drops his barrier. And then I pulled off a very, very tight input where I can actually pull my arrow back, ready a shot, and then as soon as this cutscene ends, I can target Jack and then just let the arrows loose, and he will be dead. Okay. Now I need to destroy this wonderful Sword of Aeons, which we have just procured from the man himself, Jack of Blades. Enter the new Lost Chapters content. A whole year has passed since we've killed Jack of Blades. Some stuff was going on just outside the guild, so we need to take a quick little trip over here. You're introduced to Scythe, a very, very old dude. Open Primal Demon Door, and then we need to do some puzzle solving, which is pretty straightforward, but there have been some surprising optimizations going on for a long time, and then some are actually a little bit more recent. So, normally, you have fairly restricted movement. You walk pretty slowly normally. However, if you had a very keen eye, I actually managed to perform a block at the beginning of the first one. That allows me to actually move faster. And then, just on this puzzle, I was able to punch forward, but the game thinks I was still on the bottom left tile. And so it tries to correct my position by setting me diagonally down and to the right, because I was trying to move right. The rest of this, however, is just going with whatever solution is fastest. Turning all of the tiles into suns will release these prophets. Turning them all into moons will kill them. Again, which one you do doesn't really matter. Just go with whichever one is fastest. Although, it does change depending on whether or not you kill the previous one. So if I had gone with actually killing the second to last prophet, I would have gotten a very different pattern for the last one. All of that was for the Fireheart, which we need to summon the Ship of the Drowned to access the Northern Wastes, which have long since been isolated from the guild, which is where Scythe has been residing for a long time now. On my way up to the top of the lighthouse to put the Fireheart there, I'm going to grab a silver key. I'm going to get stuck on the guard post, apparently. Rolling up this lighthouse is not easy. I wish it weren't faster, but it is. This is a very missable silver key chest. So, you got it.
Come on.
Now we are properly introduced to summoners. Nice stick. Should probably have remembered to equip Soulless Greatsword there. Okay. Okay. So that was a bit of a faux pas there.
More
So, these summoners are trying to attack the Fireheart. But, yeah, get stick bugged. Anyway. Oh. Minion took the hit for the summoner. Thank you, Guildmaster. I have reached legendary status. Quest completes as soon as the final minion dies, well, shortly after. So, we spend a year on a boat. I'm gonna try and do another quick little snipe here. Hopefully it works. It did. Wonderful. That just saves time not having to move all the way up to the hill there. So this is an ice troll. Actually, I think all ice trolls actually have a scripted thing where they have to perform a specific number of punches or something. Some action in order to actually kill them. So I could have kept wailing on that troll, but I wouldn't have actually done any damage to him proper.
Hello, hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Are you going to be doing the teleport strat?
I am, actually.
Okay, I'm going to try and explain the teleport
You're going
strat.
to be getting a glitch for free.
Okay, deep breath in. So, teleports operate on whichever was the closest sextet. So, in this case, Clean went to a very specific position, which puts him at the entrance to Archon Shrine in Northern Foothills. He then has his recall point set as Northern Foothills and is going to go to a specific point of Archon Shrine, recall to and from Northern Foothills.
But not before grabbing Orcon's Club.
Indeed. Grab Orcon's Club, then teleport to and from Northern Foothills to Archon Shrine. So now we're between Northern Foothills and Archon Shrine, okay? You still with me? Cool. Then he's going to enter Snowspire Village. And at this point, his recall will be Northern Foothills, which means that as soon as the cutscene is over, he can teleport straight to Northern Foothills, which is on the way to the quest, which he is setting the position for right here. And then in doing so, will mean that as soon as he teleports back, the cutscene will start. This saves 5 seconds of loadless time. It loses time RTA.
It's fine. Alright, welcome to Necropolis, where another place where all good runs go to die.
Yeah, so this part of the game, Necropolis, is another graveyard, ironically, and it's very RNG heavy, so the graves, the grave names are shuffled along with their contents, so the contents of the graves will always be the same, and there's 3 graves in particular he's looking for. There's I Love It, T Fung, and George W. But where they are is randomized every time, so that's 2, that's pretty good. If you get RNG for before the bridge, that's considered very good, which may or may not happen. But
gonna fish up a silver key really quick.
Indeed.
Good thing about 100% though is that even if I did get not so great RNG, I'd have like enough things to do here in Necropolis anyway. Because there's a silver key chest that I need to open, I need to grab this silver key. That's basically like enough padding to where it doesn't like kill the run the way it could in any percent.
Yeah, any percent has become extremely
Oh, and we have ourselves some pre-bridge RNG.
God, I lost. So yeah, it's pretty good fun.
And we're going to get the best armor in the game. Which we are going to equip, because why not? But I'm special.
shout out just how absolutely snazzy John Fable here is looking.
Very swole.
So after this quest is complete, Clean's going to do some recall shenanigans. Get the last silver key, open the last silver key chest, and then hand in all of his silver keys to the demon door, which asks for all of your silver keys. Interesting aside, there is a silver key. If you make it to this point without handing in a single silver key,
or getting a single silver key,
yeah, the demon door will make light of that, saying, "How on earth did you make it here without collecting a single silver key?" But will still let you in anyway. So that's very kind of him.
Because you are giving him all of your silver keys, even if you have none. Fair is fair.
Do indeed be correct.
But why does he always have to meet the freaks?
I know. I mean, you do have a pimp hat on.
Which, actually, kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense, considering demon doors are supposed to, like, you know, not exist once you open them, right?
Yeah.
How does he always meet the freaks?
Maybe he was just really rude to the other guys and was like, "No, sod off, mate, you ain't coming in. You ain't got no idea, you ain't coming in, mate."
To be fair, not many people want to brave the necropolis anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it means only the freaks are the ones he meets.
Kind of just ruined my own statement. I got destroyed in this debate.
Yeah.
So the game is very kind enough to ask you like 3 times, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very sure. Welcome
also,
to Bleachbone
Demon
Island.
Door. That demon door was being pure poggers.
It actually was.
So the reward is the Bereaver and
There's
the
some
location
interesting
of...
things about the Bereaver.
Yeah.
Snowspire.
So there's 3 versions of the original game between 2004 and 2005. There's the original Xbox version, which is just called Fable. There's the PC version, which is Fable The Lost Chapters. And then there's the Xbox version of Fable The Lost Chapters, which is the most up-to-date out of all of them. It's a... Contrary to rumor, the Xbox version, first of all, is a thing. Some people like to think that it didn't exist. It was PC only. It came out after the PC version and has a few bugs patched and a few changes to weapon stats, including the Bereaver, which means that the Bereaver has the potential to be the most powerful weapon in the game, along with
Soulless Greatsword, yeah. Which also can be even stronger, because in PC version of Lost Chapters, it comes with a sharpening fire augmentation, and also a health augmentation. However, in Xbox, the health augmentation is not applied there. So it's empty, so you can throw another sharpening augmentation to increase its damage output.
I was really hoping you'd force push there.
No, I'm a good lad. The Bereaver...
Can I hop in really quick?
Absolutely.
We have a $20 donation from Eva. Great job on this, CJ. So with that donation, that pushes us over the top. We are now over $2,200. Wow. So thank you guys, everyone, for helping us get there during the Fable run. Really appreciate it. I know that Clean and Adam appreciate it, and
100%.
Really looking forward to the end of the run and the glitch exhibition after the run.
So Clean's going to hand in the last of the dolls here. Did you already kill Briar?
No, I have not. No, I handed in the dolls earlier because of the time of day. The teacher is going to be getting himself a drink at the tavern, like most villagers tend to do.
Yeah.
And I find
always
it's
nice
just
to go to the pub and see
it.
your teacher there drunk.
Yeah.
So funny story about that actually. No, sorry, carry on.
We have ourselves a gate to open because Jack of Blades has returned. And it's not going to be a cute and cuddly form, I can tell you that.
Yeah, so we've got.
In order to open this gate, we need to collect 3 souls, and Briar is very kindly working on the inscriptions and translating them, so we know what soul we need. First soul that we needed was the soul of an Arena King. Funny enough, yeah, we can't exactly complete the game if we kill ourselves like that, so let's not do that. We will just instead take Thunder, because he is a past Arena champion as well, and the good
He's moping
version.
around, he's there.
Yeah, and the
Why
good
not?
version of the quest is actually like massively slow.
Yeah, it's like
It's
basically
amazing how
a
much
mini
time it
arena.
loses. It is actually amazing how much time it loses in comparison to just killing Thunder.
Yeah, I cannot recommend it to friends nor family.
Okay. Doing some more recall shenanigans here for another quest.
Yeah. And this is going to be the last optional silver quest.
Mm-hmm.
There's one or two more bronze quests.
No, I think that's all of them. I think I got them all.
I'm keeping you.
I see.
Berserk was
Apart from the one which doesn't count, which is what's it called?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the hidden sword. I actually forget about that one a lot. I mean, I do it, but it's just, like, the quest itself is so forgettable to me. Maybe it's because I'm a speedrunner, I don't know. Anyway. There, we have now opened that demon door.
Should have known the chief had sent some hero. Much obliged, sir.
I finally
Now take
fulfilled
the
that
dump.
criteria. For the longest time, we didn't summon clip through that demon door because of that exact reason. But yeah,
So we get off on a technicality.
yeah.
So this is going to be kind of YOLO in this first area, so hopefully I don't regret anything.
Deep breath in.
I'm usually fine. We'll see. Making sure the force push those bandits away.
Also, would
Oh,
you like to know how
okay.
the time is coming along?
As far as I know, it should be like almost 250.
Yep. So you are on sub 3 pace, I believe, for RTA, which is fantastic for a marathon run. And it'll probably be very nice for the SpeedDocs crew, because that means the glitch exhibition, we can spend a good 20 minutes or so on that and not be overestimate.
Yep.
I love to hear that.
You're welcome. We plan very far in advance.
What is the world record for this category?
World record for this category currently, as far as what's verified, is 253.54 RTA, but that's a lull, so we'll just say 231.12 for
Yeah.
wordless. I was
Yeah,
literally
Wordless
just
is
looking at my
253,
live
so it's
split.
about- So this will be
By
within
yours
about
truly.
10 minutes of world record.
Wow.
Yeah. Where am I going again?
Probably less, because
Arkham
it's
Shrine.
not going to take 10 minutes to do the rest of the game. Yeah.
My brain derped a little bit. Happens to the
Probably
best
be
of us.
255. Wait, 255? God, that'll be like within minutes of record, because not really much went wrong in this whole run.
Well,
did
I
it?
do have an unverified run, I think.
Yeah, that's 253.54.
Okay.
Um,
No, that's my current one. Or actually,
No, I'm
hold
looking
on.
at it right
Oh,
now.
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. My mistake.
it's alright,
I
just
do.
forgive
I
me.
was talking the unverified time.
Do you have live split open by any chance?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's how I knew what the time was.
Are you saving or losing time?
I'm
at,
behind.
IGT?
I am unfortunately behind, but it's fine.
How much by?
Not much.
Questions.
Not much. I'm like under 150 behind.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Yeah, so within 2
It's actually
minutes of
pretty
recce
close.
on a marathon run, first try.
Ooh, and Briar
Ain't
has
too
been
bad.
really, really considerate. So sometimes with Briar, to get the strategy that we've came up with for Briar has been standing for a long time. She separates herself into clones, and then you have to find the real one. We usually just use a couple of max level force pushes, and then the clones will die. Sometimes, however, the clones decide not to die. It's very weird and very inconvenient when they don't die.
Yes.
But thankfully, she was very nice to us there.
I was going to say, don't repeat what we call her. But yeah, so this is the second to last, third last quest of the game. So Clean's going to do some more teleport shenanigans. This is instead of killing the Gale Boss, which used to be the way we did it. And the way we used to do it was really slow, and I cannot recommend it. So yeah,
Actually,
it's,
I'm going to make a save for content.
I'm pretty content with that save, personally.
So
And these are
the
aforementioned
reason,
phallic.
yeah, if you'll, I guess I'll go ahead and show that off. We have ourselves some phallic graves. Anyway, enough of that. This is Avos Tier. Maze, the traitor, was actually looking for that very sword himself, which is why we found journal entries in his quarters. Turns out he was a traitor, but not exactly by his own will. He was basically forced into submission by Jack of Blades, because he saved him when he was a lad. So Maze felt severely indebted to him.
Oh, by the way, Nostro's dead now.
Yeah, very easy fight. Kind of technical, but it's fine. We can never mind that. I like talking about lore because I'm selfish. Maze actually let us live. He made sure that we lived because he thought that we could actually defeat Jack, and then at some point decided I was a fool to ever think you could defeat Jack, and then we kill him, and then he was like, I was wrong. Maybe you are strong enough to defeat Jack. Gag, cough.
So we're coming up on the last quest against Dragon Jack here. So time is coming up very soon. So I am going to make myself be ready on the stop timer button.
Heck yeah. So Jack is a dragon.
Shy of a sub 255.
Not very cute and cuddly, unless you like cute and cuddly dragons.
My favorite part is that you are essentially going into this fight as Dumbledore.
Dumbledore with a giant sword, I might add.
One part Gandalf, one part Dumbledore.
Jack is dead again. We're going to throw the mask because that will be the end of the run, and I have time at, personally, 2:54:58.
I got
on my life split.
2:54:59, so
close enough.
Just shy of a sub 255. That's within RTA wise. That's a minute and 5 seconds within world record. So that is really good for a marathon run. So
unfortunately, for the sake of marathon reasons, we will not be watching in credits for verification. I will, however, load the autosave and check to see validity right here. Otherwise, because we normally require credits to be watched, because end of the game, you can't skip the credits and actually have things go. But we have 53 quests plus Final Jack, that would have been 54. Let's see here. We also have it's in here somewhere. Quest trophies 23. We have my health and mana at max. We have experience. All of that is maxed. What else have we got? We got quests. Let's see if the thing decided to show itself. Nope. Will Combat Test decided to yeet itself again. That's completely normal, however. Expressions, lol. Quick. Thanks for watching. Thanks for donating.
Nice.
You guys are actually all awesome. We have all our legendary weapons and some other ones that aren't so legendary. But, yeah.
We're also missing another legendary thing in there. The viewers.
Ah, yes. Well, I can't exactly have the viewers in my inventory. There's not enough space. But let's get on with a little glitch exhibition, huh?
Yes, indeedy.
So I made a save earlier.
I don't know what order he's going to do this in, so I'm just going to play it by ear, so I apologize in advance.
I made a save earlier.
Here's one I made earlier.
So this is before the Oldest Soul. You have a choice of either Nostro or the Guildmaster. We're going to do things the way we used to do it. For any percent. Back before we found Nostro was faster.
Yeah, and that was a happy day when I found that it was actually faster with tech. We were all overjoyed at the time save, and also like this was an incredibly RNG heavy part. There's a bit at the end where you can skip some dialogue by killing 4 guys with a single swing, which is super inconsistent.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have hits now.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the voice line skip. However, we will do something entertaining.
Although in a run, we would call that insane RNG.
Yeah.
Also, if you kill him here, the game crashes after the cutscene.
Yeah, so you need to make sure you don't actually physically kill him, but do it in the cutscene.
I am no defenseless old
So I'm just going to let this cutscene speak for itself.
I have powers that you can't begin to...
Watch what I kill him with.
Nice head. Very
So
impressive.
you basically stab him in the back while he's down, and then you nab his soul. But if you have a short weapon, it looks really hilarious. If we had a way to actually completely unequip a weapon, I really would like to know what the cutscene would look like. But unfortunately, at the most, we are going to be stuck with a stick. Or at,
it's also funny because you can like have a hammer equipped, so you just basically stab him with a hammer, which I'm no expert on weaponry, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you use a hammer.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going to quit out of the SpeedDocs profile and go into the SDAT xhib profile. So, one that's actually used in any percent, and also I think all quests and all silver quests, basically non-100% categories. We were in here earlier, right? There was a nice cutscene where we graduated. There was also frescoes on the wall. Nice little lovely place, right? We also fought Jack in here because we found the Sword of Aeons in here. Well, turns out it's right here under the floor, and you can grab it at any point in the game you want. Well, you know, before you get to Jack of Blades, the first fight, anyway. Just to show where I am in the story, I have just protected Orchard Farm, so that's pretty darn early in the game.
Yeah, this was found by us in November 2016, but only became a part of the run in 2018 when I routed it to be faster. But yeah, can definitely recommend the Sword of Aeons to friends and family.
And no killing your sister to get it.
Yeah.
Always
but
good.
You still kill her anyway in any percent just to save like a few seconds.
So, Twinblade was waiting for us all this time, so he's a very patient individual. This was from a world save, which I achieved through summon clipping and not properly starting the quest. There's a lot more bandits in here than there normally should be.
Yeah, you can see the awareness eye in the corner.
Also,
24,
notice
17's game.
The summon icon is crossed out. I cannot summon in here.
Yeah. That is like
that's not the important thing here, though.
That they added into the game of like, oh no, this is actually meant to be like a proper
I almost
duel,
just died. Hold on. There we go.
Nice.
I cannot leave. Try though I might. There seems to be an impassable barrier rendered invisible. So let's actually
quite literally.
Let's see what this barrier actually looks like, huh?
Yeah, it might be connected to this thing actually.
So, in order to do that, I'm going to have to load a save really quick. So, if anybody might remember when I did a thing in Bowerstone North called Edom Mode, it's actually version 3, where I use a trophy, do the minigame, and then enter a menu as I'm crossing a loading zone threshold. I can actually carry that over between saves. What we have here is a stone wall, preventing you from leaving.
Quite literally a barrier rendered invisible.
I'm just gonna kill these guys. And there's no Twinblade here because he's controlled by a script. But, I'm gonna try and clip out of here. Game seems less than compliant, but it is clippable.
Second
Anyway.
best wall I've seen today.
Yeah.
Behind Pink Floyd's wall. Anyway.
Very true. Gonna load that save that I just made earlier because I did activate Edom Mode and stored a thing. But before I cancel Edom Mode, I'm actually going to remember when I said something about getting a demon door? It's getting its rewards without actually opening it. So this is a demon door, right? I can wave at it. You know what else I can do? I can shoot it. And since I can shoot it, I can also kill it. It is now dead. To show this,
Y'all ever
properly
wanted to kill a door?
to properly show that off, you can only do that to corpses.
You can't do this on Nintendo.
You cannot, actually. And also you can build combat multiplier off its corpse with force push. Very, very fun. So, what good does this do us? Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead and cancel Adam mode. The only way we can. This was not found recently, but I did, like, finally come to understand it recently. Hotshot Wire did actually find this quite a while ago.
I think it was found on the first day of ETA mode, actually, like, day one.
I wouldn't be surprised. So, we see here, the Lost Garden. We have ourselves a loading zone, but there's a stone-like door in the way. It's okay, though. We got a summon. We can clip it.
We have found the Lost Garden. Again, ignore any phallic imagery.
Yes. And there we have Ronok the Axe, the actual reward from the actual demon door. So yeah, if you ever wanted to get inside that door specifically, which is pretty handy, if you really don't want to marry Lady Grey, but you still want Ronok the Axe, just use Adam mode. I recommend it. Although, if you're, a pure completionist, then I kind of also don't recommend it, but whatever you do. Your game, your rules.
Your life.
So, this is a save where we have a wonderful NPC called Maze. We're in Bowerstone, so, Bowerstone has a rule of no weapons or magic. We're just gonna break something for, gonna break the game a little bit. Once again with Adam mode. There's a lot of Adam mode that's gonna be going on in this showcase, just so you're aware. Maze is now wandering. He's not stationary anymore. So, funny thing about Adam mode, loading zones are disabled. This guard, he should be up there by the Bowerstone North Gate, but here he is. This is Maze, as I showed off earlier. Now he's a bit cross with me because I punched him. And he will try to kill me.
He is very cross with you.
He's very, very proud of that inflame he just used on me. Yes, my punches deal 1 damage, so I cannot effectively kill him here. However, if I go to another later save, still in Adam mode, there are 2 more NPCs that show up here.
Can I interest you in something? Present day to you, sir.
That would be Briar Rose and Thunder.
I want some ale, please.
Briar's just kind of sitting here. You can normally grab her Moonfish if you want. However, you cannot normally grab these 2 trophies. King Scorpion Sting and Trader's Head, and they are actually proper trophies for your inventory. So if you wanted to get some trophies early, you could do that. You can also pick a fight with Briar, which I probably should show off, now that I think about it, before rushing off. Because you get to see some things you normally really don't get to see. So, that's... yeah, slightly cross with me because I punched her. Understandable. Have a nice day. But if I can get her out of the tavern, I can maybe show off what she's actually doing. She's swapping weapons for some reason. She has a crossbow, but she doesn't know how to use it. Instead, she'll just try and apply physical shield. It looks like she's using it as a pickaxe or something. So we're just gonna let her be.
She's just playing Minecraft, let her be.
Yeah. Shame there aren't any horses to tame around Bowerstone.
Yeah.
But there are trees to punch.
But like hitting a horse with a pickaxe will probably not tame it.
Yeah, there are trees to punch though. And there's also thunders to punch.
Thunder Punch, isn't that a move in Pokemon?
I think it is. Yep. So we have 2 heroes quite cross with me. I need Thunder to do a thing. He just started it after he killed me, of course.
I mean, they're pretty angry at you. It's like you took the last pizza slice or something.
Okay, so yeah, Thunder has a special move. This is not the right save. So we're going to reload save 15. And you can actually normally see this fight in one of his 2 fights otherwise, but because I went so fast, I didn't give him an opportunity to actually like utilize it. So, gonna try again. Actually, a really cool move. Also, once again for the kids, but also I have to apologize to the kids for what's about to transpire.
Forgive me for what I must yabba dabba do.
Yeah, so
no.
that's it's got that attack has quite a radius. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. Let's see here. What's this one? Ah, yes.
What's all this?
So this is a save where we have Maze in the guild, and I have access to weapons, so I can more easily do battle with him if I so chose to, which is what I'm going to be doing. I have no idea where he is, but he is...
I think he's directly under you.
That'd be kooky. Oh, he's outside. He's out of bounds. That's terrible. I need him to somehow manage to get back in bounds.
Maze, what are you doing there? That's no place for heroes.
Unless I can maybe...
Oh,
no.
Unless you summon clip out.
I don't know if I can, actually. I've never tried.
I trust you.
Oh, he took off his shield. He might try and chase me now. Oh, no, he won't. He only chases when he has his shield up, but he's stuck in the wall. You can kill him, and if you do, and you cancel out of Adam mode, it is a soft lock. So, do be aware of that.
Also, there is another hero.
Yes, who actually shares some animations with the guy. Might be considered cross.
Oh, in that case, there's 2 heroes.
Ah, wait, which other one were you in reference to?
In the same map as you.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Master.
He's actually a villager, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I love that a glitch broke out in your glitch showcase.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you expecting?
I mean, it's all good fun. So, this is Scythe. Very old dude. He also...
We don't hold that against him, though.
Yeah. Actual boomer, but he's a good boomer. So, you never see his scythe normally. He's got a scythe. The deadliest farming implement known to man. He also has actual infinite health. He will not die no matter how long you try and wail on him. Which, if you really wanted to, you could use him for easy combat multiplier. But there are other more effective ways. One of which I think I might show off in just a little bit. Let's see here. Where is... Actually, before I do that, I have to go visit prison really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, we're here in prison. Things look pretty normal, right? Except we have access to our spells. Why'd that get moved? Okay, there we go. We're now out.
If only we could do this in actual... Well, I mean, even if we could do this in an actual run, which we can, we can't leave... we can't, like, progress with prison beyond this point.
So,
However,
this guard has quite a bit of health. Yeah, anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and kill him, but please go on.
Yeah, if you leave this map, you can go into the courtyard, However, the game is in what I call race mode, which is like the game thinks you're on the prison race. I'll let you pick up the thing.
So there are actually 31 silver keys in this game, and this guard has the 31st.
Out how the keys say silver key on them.
Indeed, they do. They do indeed, but there are actually 31 silver keys, and this guard right here has the 31st. Unfortunately, because we don't have any trophies, we can't exactly exit Edom mode and keep it, which is a real shame.
Mm-hmm.
So, almost tempted to try and throw a bounty on that, but I also don't have the money for it, so anyway.
Find out how this one community was bankrupt from this one weird glitch.
Yeah. Let's see, now I will go back to Boys de la Guild. Actually, not the Guild Woods, but back to Guild de Heroes. This is a guild master, right? He's got quite a bit of health. Fastest way to dispatch him currently.
Guild masters?
I kind of don't, actually.
Dang.
Just watch how much things I get when I finally kill him. That's a lot of experience orbs right there. So 2,000 renown.
That's a lot of renown as well.
Yeah, and that's a lot of experience. So 13,200 divided by 20. Do the math. That's how much experience you get from killing him. Oh, and what's more, I don't think I have the means of properly showing this off, but
660.
If you cancel out of Edom mode, you actually can farm him for experience and renown if you so chose, because he will actually respawning. But Maze does not. So I think we'll go with the one that we found just the other day. But first, here's childhood in Edom mode. This is our dad. Our dad is dead.
It's like a grandfather paradox sort of thing.
Our dad is now dead.
A bit earlier than Nintendo, about 1 minute 53 seconds earlier than planned.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people generally don't give a crap what you do as a kid, which is a weird, weird state to be in. So I can even bully these guards if I wanted to. You know who else I can bully? My sister. Something about breaking continuity, not only early, but like... Well, yeah, just breaking continuity in the franchise.
This is what you've tuned in to see, people.
Remember, this is a very pivotal character in Fables 2 and 3, games which both
remember,
exist and are
for this.
very questionable. At least the latter of which.
You donated to see it.
You, the person watching this.
Yeah, Teresa has quite a bit of health there. And also awards 5 renown and 10 experience points. Alright.
Nice.
So, there is one other thing. Would you believe me if I told you that you could actually enter the tavern as a kid, even though the door is locked?
Do you want to leave Edom mode before you do this?
Eh. I mean...
Show off the thing.
I don't think I need to do it for that other thing that you found. Yeah, it turns out you can just roll yourself onto the edge of the building and then literally walk through glass. It's not really anything special. So yeah, you have yourself a tavern. Unfortunately, you will find nothing interesting in these cabinets, nor in these barrels.
It'd be hilarious if there was like 100 gold hiding in one, because that would be like the actual fastest strat for
it would.
The speedrun.
Ooh, I think I managed to actually get up onto the thing. So, yep, once again, walking through glass. Hopefully. Doesn't seem like I got it. Yeah. Oh. No, I'm stuck. I actually cannot go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. Yeah, you can actually get yourself out of bounds through the tavern. in childhood, and normally when you're out of bounds, you can only move through stealth walking. So,
and only directly north, east, south, and west for some reason.
yeah, cardinal directions only. Let's see here.
Are you guys show off the other thing, or?
I'm gonna show off plenty of things.
No, but I mean the thing here.
Which other thing was it?
The soft lock.
Oh, I think it might take a little bit too long for me to try.
Okay, I'll explain. I found this, basically, I found all of this yesterday. Like, the going into the tavern thing was known for a while. But I, while setting up for SDAT yesterday, I accidentally rolled myself into this window in a video game. And there's a guy who really needs to take a pee. And if you go to the radius where he wants to talk to you and enter it from out of bounds, the game just soft locks because he's like, the game wants to like try and run him towards you, but obviously you can't because you're out of bounds, so he just can't find you. Also, if you roll out of that window at the right angle, you can just launch yourself, which for those of you in the Fable Discord, that is that screenshot I linked yesterday. That is the context behind it, which is pretty fun. So we have a new out of bounds and a new soft lock in childhood, and now it's not useful for the speedrun.
Yep, very specific things. So normally, when you come to the Darkwood Bordello, there's a mini quest here where Adam explained it earlier. The women here are being basically exploited by the manager Grope here. Very, very good name. Very, very, very on the nose name. Normally, you're supposed to either dress up as a woman and sleep with him, or get him drunk, and he will tell you unwillingly where the bordello deeds are, which are right here. And I can even dig up nothing right now. But trust me, they are there. So I'm just gonna leave really quick.
Oh yeah, I think you forgot something in Darkwood Lake.
Yeah. Nah, I just wanted some fresh, muddy air. It's fine. It was a little bit too serene in there. Wanted to see my weapons again. Hey, what's this? I can dig here now. So, turns out, if you wanted to do this without consuming any alcohol or being a good lad, not paying for any services whatsoever, you can just leave, come back, dig up the deeds, and then you can decide either to basically follow in Grope's footsteps, or you can turn the place into a refuge for women.
So
and you can be a good lad.
No Sim September, really, actually. What else is there?
Also,
can I sneak in a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
We have a $1 donation from the Fable historian who says Jeff Rush win.
I'm sorry, Jeff. There is no Jeff Rush to be seen today. Yes, as soon as I can locate an applicable save. Which one? Where am I thing?
Any should do, really.
Well, I mean, there's also something else I wanted to show off.
Yes.
So, funny thing, I mentioned earlier about the puzzles. You have some restricted movement. You can unrestrict your movement even further. And it's pretty interesting to see. Just gonna enter Adam mode here really quick. And then we're going to load the same save. Then we are going to cancel Adam mode. And then we're going to start the quest. Just as normal. Everything seems normal, right? Well, not quite, because we have free movement. The thing has started. There's no timer yet. And we can actually just walk.
You have begun.
As normal.
Thank you, hero.
So, not only that, if we quit and abandon the quest, we don't actually abandon the quest, but what we can do...
Moon to sun. That's good. Sunny! Oh, what?
Excellent! Just free me next, and you can do what you like. That's the
Yep,
one.
can even roll.
Get going.
Rush.
Yep.
Use your bow.
Let's
That's it, nearly there.
Just have a jolly old time.
Unfortunately, because he's always, also, if you want to look at this video in more detail, I have a video on my YouTube channel. Just search on YouTube Profit Skip, and you'll find all the ins and outs of what we tested, what works, what doesn't.
Easily the best camera angle, by the way.
Reconsider your actions, hero.
Also, if you take out your bow and then aim with the bow,
Yeah.
in that camera.
Now get on with it.
You do a little slow little slide.
Chop chop. Hurry it up.
I challenge you to try and finish a puzzle like this. It's way more difficult than it looks.
You don't have the time.
That's it.
Just like bongers, you have to.
Get on with it.
In the Fable universe, they have to rely on the fire hearts beating to.
Also, this in Xbox versions of the game, you can actually control your walking because you have an analog stick with, you know, it's an analog stick. You can control like your,
I knew this was coming.
this, you know, the. How do I describe it? I'm lacking the words. Anyway, once you
acceleration, velocity.
you can control the position of the axis or whatever, the value, but. Just gotta walk forward, get the fire heart, and then I can walk backwards, leave. But unfortunately, quest doesn't complete. It just restarts.
Yeah, so unfortunately it can't be used in runs yet, but the door is still open for someone to find a way to find this completable in a quest, so yeah, that's a pretty...
what else do I have in the confines
no
of
HUD?
Normal stuff? Okay, yeah, no HUD. Where...
So this was found by Hotshot
leave
Wire and is a
this-
very straightforward way of...
need to leave the state real
Sorry, did you
quick.
want to chime in with something, CJ? Yep. Cool. I think
this
this
will
and
work.
maybe one more, and then we can probably round it off clean.
Okay. So, that was a bit early. No. I'll get it. I'll get it.
I believe in you.
So, first of all, I can use the guild seal and rush at the same time, and it'll charge the guild seal just as normal. But I can walk during it. It's really handy.
This also ties into another glitch where if you rush and charge with the guild seal, I found, you can basically like remove the cooldown on rush. It's not yet faster, as silly as it sounds.
Because it mostly, unfortunately, cuts your rushes shorter than it should be.
Yeah. So we've effectively decided to call it #RushesOverParty. So, yeah. Luckily that's not faster because it's absolutely awful to use. But yeah, I found that by complete accident, which was good fun.
I'm just failing.
Go closer. Go closer than you think.
I'm going early, that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
That one was late. There we go. I've disabled the HUD.
Yep.
So, since the HUD is disabled, my hotbar is gone. However, I can still use spell mode to do spells, but I can't see what's what. And also, some challenge mode fishing. There is no thing here to tell me how I'm doing with the fish, so I have to literally play it by ear.
Yeah.
Which, good luck!
Yeah, regular fishing is bad enough, let alone.
Yeah.
But also, if you walk into a map transition, and this will probably be the last thing we show off. Oh.
Yeah, I already killed it, unfortunately.
Okay. No worries, yeah, but if you walk into a map transition, it doesn't actually show the fade outs either, so yeah, that is, I think, most of the glitch exhibition.
This is after I killed Briar, by the way.
There
Yeah.
you are.
At least I'm pretty sure it's after I killed Briar.
Probably.
Here. Past quests. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, but anyway. Yeah, the whole teleporting thing I did in my run was just to show to not have to deal with that cutscene at all. And you can actually trigger that cutscene, and Briar will be alive and well for the cutscene. Even if you do it after you kill her, because it's just a cutscene trigger. And why don't we just clip our way into the final boss? Well, doesn't work that way, because he's not here. Only here when you have the quest. Because he's controlled by a script, unfortunately. However, what I can do...
And just while Clean is doing this, I would like to thank everyone for watching, donating, supporting, enjoying. Thank you to Clean for his amazing run. Good job, Clean.
Yep.
Thank you to CJ and Friendship Cannon for hosting. Thank you to the restreamers for making my job as easy as possible. Thank you to the runners for making my job as easy as possible. Thank you to the whole SpeedDocs crew. Clean, any shoutouts?
Shoutouts for just letting me on to do this run. And definitely big shoutouts to SpeedDocs for just being absolute great lads.
Yep.
And producing such wonderful speedrun history content. So yeah, you can clip out of bounds. The floor is not as lava as you think. It's just a texture. There's another thing you can do if you're not careful, which I'm going to try and do. There we go. He's in position. He has fallen. I'm going to try and rush towards him, but I can't seem to go through, and I'm now stuck like this.
Yeah, even pausing the game doesn't work. The only way to escape this is F4, so I think that's what we'll probably do, because I think the next run is just getting set up here, so...
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy, take care, good luck, have fun.
Yes,
The
take care.
dudes.
Parting words. Y'all are awesome.